wedding day.
It's like rain. Anyways, hi, we're actually like broadcasting sound at this point, and I'm recording. Sweet. My name is Andrew Otway. We are That D&D podcast, and tonight we are bringing you Blades in the Dark, specifically a campaign of my own concoction that I like to call Blades in Gastown. I am the GM, and these people are the players, and let's introduce ourselves for those of us listening at home.
Are we starting with me again? Hi, I'm Aaron. I'll be playing the part of Ogre and or Como tonight, depending on what part of the action we are taking part in. So things may either get tinkered or punched to death. The end.
Come over here.
Come Ogre here. Come Ogre here?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mike Dirksen Berard. I'm playing Belle or Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Because Belle's the best.
You don't have alt-itis.
And
Yeah.
This is Dog. Hello, Dog is play. This is great audio, Mike.
Isn't Belle the Hound?
Yes, Belle is the Hound.
yes,
I'm
she
the Hound, and I am drinking vodka and tomato juice.
Not tequila.
I thought it was tequila.
Yeah,
Shit, it's tequila. So there was a song stuck in my head, and it was all da 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 da, and I couldn't figure out why, and then I was all like da 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 da, and I was like, oh,
Mike's
tequila.
choice
That's
tonight.
what that song was in my head.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I was totally gonna do a serious intro. Thanks, Mike. I am playing Edgar and Nora, and I will be playing them both in sickness and in health.
Wow.
Deep cut there.
When I
Future
told my
deep cut.
wife that we were ending the season on one of my having her first season character marrying her second season character, it was a very fun look that I got, and then I had to explain what was going on. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm Zach, and I will be playing Jack and only Jack because I, like Belle, am singular. We're like Madonna.
You played another Jack once.
I did, but that Jack's not here. That Jack's probably in prison.
He's Batman. Or
I
he's Dollar Store
He's in the
Moon.
night.
I think
But
more
Batman's
than that you
dead.
said out loud.
I'm
Bruce Wayne
also
can't be Batman. Photoshop is a thing.
Cool.
But yeah, it's like, so did she RP them? Like, I'm like, no, it was a thing. It was a thing that happened sort of before.
You know, I put on my special podcast radio voice.
Hi, and welcome to That ASMR Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
I just have to
Andrew
open up
Otway.
this bag of dice. Crinkle, crinkle,
Yeah.
crinkle, 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 crinkle.
I'm going to lick a spoon for 4 hours.
And then
Now
just out
I'm,
of nowhere.
Now I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay, and I'm done.
That was quick.
As soon as I tell you guys, I'm out.
They make kills for that.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, I was gonna say, like, with a spoon in my mouth, it's like the dead rise, and so do I. Just to complete that.
Okay, we're getting all the sillies out now, I
I'm
promise.
sorry. Okay, yeah. Hi,
no,
Zach.
wait.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, you say that now, but somebody's going to be all honk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Probably during a tense moment.
So last session we did downtime and some love letters that were handcrafted and then summarily shredded, I'm assuming, by you. And some things occurred. And we're getting straight into the score here. Do we know? Actually, let's get a few things out of the way first. How long is it between Belle kidnapping the Lord Governor, Lord Hiram Dunbar,
His daughter.
his daughter,
Who's now Twinkle Butt.
maybe
I'm sorry, what's her name?
Stephanie?
Stephanie, my fault.
Common mix-up.
Yeah, Stephanie, Twinkle Butt, Stephanie. They sound so much alike. So You kidnapped the Lord Governor's daughter. How long has it been between that incident and the scheduled wedding?
Was the wedding something we were planning beforehand, or did we decide to have the wedding as a good reason to kill him?
There's a
Because that
clock
seems like
for
a-
it, which is definitely unfinished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, how
Yes.
for a
about
little
Because
while.
I was gonna say that seems like the difference between like, oh, it's this Sunday, and oh, we need a month to find a good florist.
We need a month to stash this teenager.
I was
this
already
happens.
planning it, but like some other more pressing stuff came up, so I didn't really have Nora pursue that clock.
More pressing stuff like let's murder a dude.
Yeah. It's become the new arc on the shadows. Also, I mean, Jack got kind of fucked up and needed surgery.
Yeah. Had like this huge like breakdown thing. It's been a month. It's been a month.
So it's a month between
A real
kidnapping and wedding, or what's the time frame here?
I was unconscious and or drunk for most of it, so somebody else should probably answer that.
I mean,
Bella.
I think the obvious answer is Nora or Crow, which is to say Jordan
Yes.
has the answer.
Okay, well, great. It was, so I'm thinking maybe she doesn't go every Sunday, she goes every other Sunday.
Okay.
But sometimes she misses that one because, pressing police work and stuff. So it's only been at most 1 month. At a minimum, 2 weeks.
Okay. So which is it?
2 weeks.
Okay. So it's 2 weeks from
2 weeks is perfect.
from
And
Yep.
after I kidnap Stephanie, I'm gonna go find Crow and say, hey, you should get married now.
He's probably at his cafe, actually working on his wedding attire. Like, Nora made the suit, but there was some things that only he wanted to craft himself.
I should also point out that I think I decided this after the episode, but you left like a ransom note functionally on Steph's table, and I decided that it would be funnier if it was a wedding invitation
Oh my god.
to the Lord Governor and +1, and the +1 is already filled out as Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Belle made that.
Right. But like you stole one of the proper wedding invites and did it.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And then I
Yeah.
delivered the box of wedding invitations to Crow. Oh, also these are cool. Thanks.
I was going to ask if Belle's name was scratched out and then Lord Governor was written above it.
Okay. So 2 weeks is the thing?
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, what happens in those 2 weeks? Like, there was some talk on Discord of a bachelor party
Mm-hmm.
and a stag and a bachelorette party.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean, like, I think, I mean, it might be worthwhile to get like a quick like montage of stuff that happens. And so I think like this episode opens with like the Lord Governor, like, hair's a fucking mess. His clothes are all disheveled. Like, he's clearly afraid rope here. And just like yelling at people. Probably this like really severe looking guy with like the stereotypical cop mustache in a full Northwest Mounted Police dress uniform, which is to say a Mountie, with like the stupid giant hat. Yelling at him, being like, how do you not have results yet? Find my daughter. This city isn't that big, and start kicking down doors if you need to. Like, she's more important to me than any of you.
I'm gonna go like taking all this.
Basically. And then I think we get a scene with Belle and your incredibly unruly prisoner, because, I mean, she's skilled. I mean, like, you contain her for 2 weeks. I'm just like, what does that look like? What do we
Oh,
see?
it's fun. It's a game.
Okay.
Bell goes all Saw on, but not like killing Saw, like painful, embarrassing Saw.
Okay. And I mean, like, she has that move that Sly had where she, like, shifts into the ghost field temporarily. So, I mean, how do you contain someone who just can turn incorporeal briefly?
I borrowed Oracle, actually.
Okay.
I got her to help me with some wards, some basic wards. And, like, one of them now, instead of going outside of her room, ports her directly to a King Shame Saw. Yeah, all right, there you go. We can I'm more than happy to travel down that path. But yeah, so it's if she tries to do that, like there is negative negative repercussions for trying to not play the game, and then the game is just ridiculously more complex as we go on. It
Okay.
ends in like a wedding dress or like a like formal attire
Yeah.
for attending a wedding.
Cool. All right.
Weird.
Who's next? What do we see next?
I was going to say, after, learning about all this, Edgar quickly goes to find Ogre and asks him to be his best man, because that's the obvious course, to take.
So what's Ogre look like, since we haven't seen him in basically all season?
Yeah.
We saw him briefly in one of the earlier episodes, very briefly, but
Yeah, but it's been like a few months since then. So I think he might have. I think he's probably dropped a little bit of muscle mass and is maybe slightly like quicker on his feet.
Okay.
He switched from outright murdering people all the time in all situations to he's basically been trying to raid supply places and keep the poor parts of town fed with his airship. Basically, he just airdrops food to them as best he can. So if stealing stuff is a bit thin that week, he'll buy stuff. And
Can I
drop it
suggest
up.
that the food you're stealing is hamburgers, which would make you Red Robin Hood?
I was going to say Look Dragon.
I hate both of you.
But why?
Like he hasn't even had time to get new clothes and stuff. So I think they maybe hang off him a little bit. Like he liked to have stuff that was tight and like showed off his muscles and stuff. So maybe now it's a little baggier than he normally looks, and he doesn't actually wear a captain's hat everywhere, but he's definitely got one like inside
It's
the
there.
bridge of the airship, just in case he wants to try and impress somebody. It's mostly to wear around Severa, since he knows it bugs her a little bit, so it's kind of like a teasing thing.
Yeah. Well, and like she likes to steal it off you,
Yeah,
like ideally without you noticing.
yeah.
And so like 10 minutes later you go to like wag the feather at her or something, and it's just not
Yeah.
there, and you're like, "That son of a," and she's wearing it or something.
Yeah, usually it's like, hey, you gotta go get the tea this time because I'm the captain and I said so. And then I turn around and she's got the hat and I'm like, oh,
And just like go get the tea.
yeah.
Just imagine him kicking a rock as he goes away.
Yeah, just like there's a pile like kicking stones.
There's
corner.
a captain's hat and a kicking rock in the bridge at all times.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's what he's been doing, and yeah, if he gets a message from Edgar somehow, maybe through Severa, or no, I think they hang out every now and then at least. He's
I mean-
hanging out with his buddies.
Edgar still takes the Now You See Me for joyrides. It's probably not that hard to get Ogre's attention.
Yeah,
It's just the giant flashy like steampunk cigarette boat goes blaring through the harbor.
With what was it you guys were calling it? With like the horn that was like.
the foghorn.
No, it's not
it
a
was-
foghorn.
It was like La
this-
Cucaracha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
We had a real good boat.
for those of you who missed season 1, the original gang were smugglers, and they got a vehicle, and you have to add positive and negative tags to the vehicle. So the positive tags were like fast or durable or something. The negative tag was basically flashy. So every time they took it on a job, it created extra heat for them.
Yeah. We made sails out of the wanted posters that people printed up for us.
Also, we hung
On a motorboat.
dumpsters. We hung dumpsters on the side of the boat.
As
For
armor.
Yeah.
We kept things very serious, and we have all through Gastown, really. So yeah.
Yeah, he goes to find or asks him to be his best man, says, the wedding is going to be a lot sooner than anticipated.
Maybe one night, like, you're hanging out with Nora and you hear this heavy clang and you look and there's just an anchor leading up into the sky, and then you see a dude swirling down it. And he's like, no, 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 no. And he kind of comes down too fast and, like, probably smacks into a building or something. I was trying to be impressive.
I can show you how to do that later, Ogre.
I'm getting good at some things.
You're better. You're much better than a couple months ago.
Yeah. I haven't killed anybody in a while. Kind of sucks.
You dropped your hat.
Damn it. I wasn't supposed to leave the... okay, that's fine. I got backup hats. Come on, I got a whole cabinet full of hats in there. You want a hat?
So I'm thinking, so his clothes are baggy. He just keeps a bunch of hats in his jackets.
Here, I'll give you a hat. You're officially second mate. What do you call the backup captain of a boat? Like, okay, you're third in charge aside from Severa.
The rear mate, the backup captain.
What do you call the person who's third in charge aside from Severa?
It's okay, Ogre. I think that belongs to Bella anyway.
Oh man, you'll have to be like tied. We're gonna have to get dice and stuff for this. Anyway, do you need a hat?
At this, Edgar lifts his Harker's hat, puts it back on his head.
All right, fair. That's a pretty good hat. You want to like do dinner or something sometime? I don't think I ate today.
Ogre, I'm so I'm kidding. No, he says that he'd love to, and then he goes off to go to dinner wherever Ogre takes him, because he's not going to be picky about it, because mostly he just wants to catch up.
Okay. Yeah. So, whatever's nearby.
Yeah.
I don't usually drop in on this part of town.
Well, I mean, if Edgar's hosting, like, it could actually be decently upscale pretty easily.
Yeah.
And like your bars in Gastown, your cafe, sorry.
Yes.
So like poorhouse.
It's nice for Gastown. It's nice enough that the tourists actually want to come here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, no, I mean poorhouse, P-O-U-R house.
Oh.
I see what you did there.
It's a name
Crap,
of
I'm
a
stuck in
little.
ogre voice. Hold on.
It's the name of a little
Okay.
bar, actually, or like pub kind of restaurant in Vancouver.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It's a good name. It's also good beer.
But Andrew, we don't serve beer here. It's a cafe.
One artisan harbor water, please.
You just order cold tea.
Squid soup for me.
Cold tea is how you order beer after close in some places. Anyways.
Now you know.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing.
Anyways. Cool. What's Jack up to for 2 weeks?
Well, he probably spent a good amount of that convalescing. And then Jack is going to swipe several of the invitations.
Okay.
And make sure that they end up with the people he wants dead.
Oh, good.
It's fine.
Very good. Now I need to come up with like 7 other people who show up at this wedding. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Amongst the upper crust, this is a very popular event, and now there are more people coming.
Well, and like, are you also spreading gossip? Like, did you hear the Lord Governor's invited?
Definitely. Like, like making sure that it is an attractive a proposition as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And is there assigned seating at the wedding?
You would
Can I
have
put
to
them
run
in
that by
a row?
Nora. You would have to run that by Nora. Side note, I said previously that I would probably like to have a for real, non-interrupted wedding somewhere beforehand, before everything goes to shit. And that would be the one that Koya is invited to.
She's not invited to the other one?
I want Koya to survive, so
I don't think we put anybody squishy in the pews for the actual wedding.
Well, so here's
he
the
wants to live.
Pew pew pew.
here's the thing. Like
Yes.
let's not get into too much detail as to who is or is not at the wedding, because
Okay.
I can just start using that as devil's bargains.
well, shit.
Actually, pretty brilliant. I like that.
Here's the other thing. They've had 2 weeks to like prepare and mobilize.
Yes.
So that is going to factor into the engagement role.
Yeah.
Better than a month, he
I
said.
told you we're just gonna cold open on Jack falling from the ceiling with his sword out. That's the engagement role.
You're not Florida, man.
I almost am though.
That's okay. So this is a deception job. I believe we agreed on, which is lure, trick, or manipulate. Detail the method of deception is a fake
Wedding.
Yeah. No shotguns yet.
Matrimony is the mode of deception.
Marriage. What's everybody's loadout
Like,
7.
for both of your characters?
yes.
Okay.
I never go more than light on either of them.
He's rolling hard.
Belle, you said heavy.
Probably normal.
Okay.
I think Jack's going normal too.
Also, Belle, did you have more XP to spend? You do.
I have so much XP to spend, but I don't know what to spend it on. So
Do you like to shoot mans?
I like shooting mans.
Did we actually wind up taking mastery with our crew? Did
I
that
don't
happen?
think you can afford it yet.
I thought we had an extra.
Oh no, you did. You could afford mastery and 1 square box.
To take mastery because I am one desperate action away from having Prowl 4, and I feel like that would be awesome. So
We should take mastery and resolve training.
When?
I can be down with that.
Okay.
I can be down with that.
Sure. I don't know when the next time you plan on training is, but sure.
Well,
I would like to
mean,
be an option.
otherwise we can get workshop quality weapons. Probably pretty good.
Resolve training lets Jack roll actual defense dice sometimes. Eventually, probably.
That seems dumb. Let's not do that.
Because right now Jack's basically rolling 0 for resolve defense.
-1 on desperate resolve defenses.
No, it's 1 on a normal and then 0 on a desperate. I have one die in each defense as it stands.
So Jordan just asked if she can spend coin to train. Yes. We're still in downtime. We haven't done the engagement roll yet.
Cool. I do that, and I finish off my playbook advancement.
Good call.
Nice.
Good call.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend.
Remember, if you're spending stash, it's 2 stash to 1 coin.
Correct. Yeah, I already took away the coin I had.
3 XP, so I can't make. Oh no, I'm not gonna fuck up Ogre's family for this. Never mind.
I will spend
Why
my
not?
training prowess and flavor it as Ogre and Jack trying the fastball special while drunk at the strip club.
Oh, good.
Do you actually go to the Rippers? Does Ogre go?
I think Ogre is confident that it's been long enough to where hopefully people will drop their grudge because they also remember how things go.
Okay.
If they hold a grudge for too long.
how things are when I'm
He walks
around.
out covered in blood that's not his. Is the usual ending of most of those stories.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I think we have
Mm.
personal training, so I can. Mm.
Yep. The
Okay.
Foghounds have personal training.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 4 stash for ogre. I don't know how to get rid of this last one.
Click
Okay,
in.
I did it.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna give him.
Oh yeah, I can do that too.
I'm gonna get mute. So my load limits are higher.
Okay.
So
Good
my
one.
my light load is now 5 for him, which I'm gonna go light on that one. And then for Como, I only need 1 more. So I'm gonna take. I'm gonna burn a coin, and I'm gonna give her a move that I haven't picked yet.
What trauma did you give her?
Oh, she's vicious now.
Good.
You got vicious?
She is like
Angry
seeking
typing.
revenge on basically
Oh wait, can you?
her family,
Fuck.
anyone tied to her family. She's like the negative version of Jack. Jack's like, who are all these people who harmed my family? Como's like, I'm going to murder every person who's related to me by blood.
That's
Important
good.
question, though. Are those the same people?
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'll be right back because Discord is fucking up my audio stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it going off the wrong mic or something?
Oh no, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Zach, did you take the Devil's Footsteps by any chance? I feel like you did.
My level up from last time was basically the Devil's Footsteps and Prowl 4. Let's do this thing.
I think I'm
Interesting.
taking Ghost Veil with her because that seems like a good way to enact
Do you want to
anger.
just okay, thank you for pasting that out. You may shift okay.
Oh
Yep.
wait a second.
Okay.
Ghost Veil's
Can-
pretty good.
Can she go into the ghost field and have Ogre fastball special and invisible thing since he can reach into the ghost field?
I think it's more that you can
God.
affect ghosts, but yeah, probably. That's a
It's
lot.
not-
That's probably a lot of stress.
That's fine, but
It's
it's, a
also
non-corporeal
like-
thing, which is rad.
Yeah, that is the most desperate thing I can think of.
Yes.
Like as a general statement.
That's a most
Is this a thing
desperate.
that's possible? Maybe.
I mean, yeah. And here's the other thing: is like if you fuck up, it turns out that when you're insubstantial, you're really light. And coming back from being really light means you suddenly have violated like the laws of conservation of energy, or better yet, you haven't.
But you forget she's invincible.
Is she?
Yep.
She's explosion proof.
Is
doesn't mean
she?
Yes.
Is it ghosts?
You're not going to talk me out of my stupid plans, Andrew. How long have we been playing RPGs together?
I just want to point out that I haven't actually incremented this clock yet,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's true.
so
That clock is probably nothing.
it's probably nothing.
Yeah. I don't even see it.
Okay. Just
Oh, must have been the wind.
your invincibility isn't necessarily indefinite invulnerability. Cool. So Crow
willing-
has reflexes.
Yeah, reflexes is super good. That's probably my
Yes.
next pick up.
I'm willing to have one of my characters kill another one of my characters if need be, so it's fine.
Cool. I mean that might make Como the most tragic character this season.
It'd be great.
That's what I'm going for, you know.
Okay. Cool. So everybody has their loadouts. What's Como's loadout?
Como
Light, you
is
said?
normal, and Ogre is light.
Okay.
They both have 5. It's
Okay.
easier for me to remember that way.
Fair. Jack.
Jack is going with normal.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, okay, instead of Mule, I'm going to give Ogre the Devil's Footsteps off of the other thing since he's been training and being sneakier.
Okay.
Awesome! This is gonna be great.
This is fine.
This is going to be ridiculous, and all of you are just like opting into giving yourselves more stress. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You don't understand. I'm willing to have my people broken in front of you just because.
Okay, so we have an engagement roll to get to. Start with 1 die for sheer luck. Cool. Is the operation particularly bold or daring?
Nope.
Yeah.
Take 1 die. Yes.
This is completely run of the mill. This whole concept.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Okay, so that could go multiple directions.
I mean, define overly complex. It's exactly as complex as we wanted it to be.
I would just like to point out something. It's a wedding.
Yes.
Is there such a thing as a wedding that is... Fuck you.
But the wedding is just like the
you let
baseline
your
of the
mother-in-law
plan,
plan it.
right?
There's no
Like,
problem.
Does Nora let her mother-in-law plan the wedding?
Um,
Does Edgar let his mother-in-law plan the wedding?
no.
Okay, well, then it's going to be complicated. Do you let Belle do it?
No. Nor
How many
doesn't.
times would
Why would a
Nora's mom
mastermind
say, "Well, I know how much you people like this, and how much you people
Every
like
every
that."
time.
Yeah.
Every time. All times.
I think Belle might pay you to run your wedding.
Is Belle into that stuff, or is she too nailed down now?
Oh, shit, right. I had a whole character change last session, didn't I?
Yes.
yeah, you had a lot of growth.
Okay, I'll think about that.
Yeah, no. Nora
You
is
also
like
took the
a
heavy load
mastermind,
for some
so,
reason, so...
She only lets people know what they need to know, basically.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they are weakest?
Totally yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Family, church.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations?
Well, they were just yelling that they're upset why it's not fixed yet, so I'm gonna go with no.
They know where and when you're going to be.
Right.
Yes.
But
Did we tell them they couldn't bring the security inside the church? Like, what are the rules here?
I think that's what the engagement role is going to determine.
I mean,
We have at least 2 ushers here.
I've actually been an usher at a wedding for someone in this call. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
several.
This is like, yes.
It's like that. When you reach the end of a story and just everyone you met is, just shows up.
Yes. This is the big showy climax of a CW show. Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
Nope. Under pain of death, they are not allowed to. We told them. We put on the invite. If you are an enemy, please don't come.
Jack has spent the last week just killing Batman. Make sure that doesn't happen.
Batsman?
There's a pile in a warehouse. that just
Wandering the
dead
city
bats.
at night, killing Batman.
Batsman, please. Are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target will give you +1 die. Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1 die.
I think. Could it be argued that the governor is panicked and desperate and probably not thinking clearly and may be stupid?
I'll give you
Well,
that.
I don't think the governor himself necessarily is probably a threat on the level of being a tier 2 or 3 enemy. I think he can swing that kind of organizational strength, but we've kind of done our best to separate him from it. So I don't know.
Your primary antagonist is going to be the Northwest Mounted Police. I don't know if any of you are looking at that fancy spreadsheet that I made you.
It wrecks my computer. Real bad.
Their tier is
0.
6.
-3. If you get above 5, it curls back around though, right? It goes on
So
the
they're
other
at
side.
negative. They're at -9999.
Their tier is so low as to be inexpressible with normal human
It's
numbers.
like
-1/0.
We don't have scientific devices accurate enough to measure how low their tier is.
Fun thing: -1/0 is undefined because there's both positive and negative infinities, depending on the direction of which you approach it.
yeah.
Which is
Welcome to that math podcast.
Yeah, welcome. I mean, D&D is already pretty fucking nerdy. I think this isn't inside baseball
It's true.
quite yet.
There's good
Anyways.
infinities on both sides.
Whoa.
Oh,
Now we're back to that D&D podcast where we just shit on Trump for 5 minutes every session, which I'm very okay with. Anyways, let's just see what that turns out to be. You get 1 die because we answered yes to every question.
Were you actually? Is this the? There's not that many questions, Andrew.
No, there are. It's
Yeah.
What?
because there's 4 questions with there's 4 points with 2 questions each.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
sorry. I thought it was adding it twice. It's just the
No,
result.
it-
We're good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just showing the result the second time, yeah.
Well, since this is my character's weddings, I would like to roll the fortune die.
It's my wedding, and I'll
Please,
roll if I
yours.
want to.
Yes.
Please
Well,
do
wait.
yours.
I feel like we should get more than 1 die.
Here's the thing: they're prepared for you and significantly scarier than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have more than 1 die. We just lost a bunch of dice to
Yeah.
stuff.
The fact that you're actually at 1 die is kind of surprising to me.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
we have
expecting 0
negative
dice for this. But you have a 50-50 shot to have a desperate position when you
I'm
start.
super looking into this being a 1, and we're looking forward to this being a 1.
Mhm.
And seriously, cold opening with Jack falling from the rafters. That's happening.
God, I really want to do like that stag party or elope scene first.
I mean, yeah, let's.
You want to have that brief moment of happiness before
Yes.
you shit all over
Okay.
your own wedding?
Before it all
mean-
turns
I
into
mean-
a bloodbath that
I-
none of us walk away from.
If I must, I could do the roll, and then I could just cry through all those scenes.
So
Prepare your
paint,
Jim Halpert face.
paint us a picture of the of Nora and Edgar eloping at City Hall or whatever, wherever you go. Who officiates the wedding?
So we got maybe Augustine in addition to planning the layout of the wedding. We took her suggestion to go somewhere up in Squamish, and she got credentials to officiate the wedding for
Augustine did?
yes.
Because, I mean, Sarah probably has those creds.
Yeah. Okay. So Augustine will instead be the one who
She's a witness.
is the maid of honor, and I think Nora asks Belle to walk her down the aisle. Yay. And it's gonna be up in Squamish, and it's probably gonna be like at this lovely little.
What time of year is it?
It's fall. Like the
Now?
leaves are changing. Yes. Because I said before, it was gonna be like a Hallows Eve masquerade wedding.
For those of you on YouTube, it is currently middle to late October.
The current time is October 20. Wait, the current fuck.
The current fuck.
Thanks for the
current
update, Aaron.
time is October 24th.
I'm the one drinking tequila, and you're all.
Yeah, I just want to know.
This is
Let's
That's
stop
not the
ruining
thing.
Jordan's big day.
Yeah. I think it's like a contact. Just being right next to Mike is getting Aaron shit faced.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna pour some tequila on you.
There we go.
Glug glug, glug glug glug. Drink up.
Okay.
Drink up. Come on, go.
Aaron, go drink some water. Aaron, go drink some water.
Aaron, you're drunk. Go home.
Oh, and we ruined Aaron for the night.
Oh, there we go. That's Nora. Only Nora drunk. There we are.
Come on.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Don't die.
All right.
Don't
Pa-
die.
Pa-
It's rude to steal the spotlight at a wedding.
All right.
yeah. Paint
One,
us
two,
this
three,
word
supper.
picture.
Okay, so they still have like the masquerade stuff. It's just gonna be like a much smaller party.
Mhm.
So Nora made masks for everyone, kind of like a Venetian, like a Venetian dog masquerade mask for Belle. Edgar insisted on making his own crow mask, and Nora's wearing like a bunch of black lace, just kind of going with the whole spider thing. With Jack, Ogre, and Como, I have zero idea what they would want to incorporate.
Also, if Sly's around, he is dressed 1-to-1 like Tuxedo Mask.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh no! And then Marius has like the rose.
Mm-hmm. I think Marius has the rings.
Yes, it's so perfect. Okay. So they only told people like Koya, Augustine, and they would have had Harker if he survived this. Um, and Edgar is standing at this like um arch, woven with like what is it? Oh no, I'm looking at chat. No,
Yeah, stop looking at chat.
I'm not looking at chat. Okay.
I was giving legitimate responses to your inquiry.
Oh no, not that part. I was looking at Mike's links.
Oh, never
I
do
was
that.
giving you
Let's-
pictures.
Never do that. Never ever. Even if you're not talking, just don't look at
No,
that.
I like the bear and cat. It's just like a bunch of different fall stuff. And there's a lot of moon like just moon touched decorations set around because like they agreed that they wanted part of their wedding stuff. So nixing the spider thing. I previously had the idea where Nora uses the silk and whatever Oracle gave her for losing that bet a couple sessions ago. Just so that they could go with like kind of the cheesy theme where Nora is like the moon that the raven steals, the folk legend. And beyond that, like it's relatively quiet except for whatever Belle and Ogre and Jack do to liven up the wedding.
No, it's the whole club.
Actually, I think Nora would be okay with that because she has to get to know all those people because she's now the co-owner.
Yeah, you're a partner.
Yes. So Madame Fu.
I think Madame Fu pops out of the cake.
Oh, I would not be surprised actually. It's probably even
Like
where
not
Nora...
a compartment within the cake.
Right.
Just like
No.
Kool-Aid Man's out of the actual cake.
Out of the cake, not the top either. Just like
Spritz on out.
Yeah.
It's probably even where Nora had like her bachelorette party.
Oh
Or-
Jesus. Yep.
It's she. Maybe Edgar and Nora got to pick each other's party locations. So the bachelor party has to go there. So like Ogre's there, Edgar's there.
And both of them look supremely uncomfortable.
They're both wearing the bunny outfit from season 1. For the bachelorette party.
Okay. But yeah, like it's a nice quiet little service with, a dozen of your closest friends. Up in Squamish, British Columbia, in the middle of, forests and rugged wilderness. So let's see that engagement roll. Let's see how it all goes right.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
1 in 6 chance to go really well. Not
Ooh.
bad.
Yeah.
So you start in a risky position.
This is fine.
So the church, St. Paul's Cathedral on Granville, is positively brimming with people, socialites, would-be politicians and courtiers, etc. The Foghounds, the Risen, and I think it's right when, because of course it is, because the laws of drama demand it. It's right when it's like, are there any objections to this union?
there's got to be objections.
Yeah. And then like the double doors swing open, and in struts the Lord Governor. Let me get his full name and title just to piss off Aaron. Lord Governor in her absence, the Right Honourable Lord Hiram Dunbar. And in he struts, sort of a half step back and to his right, is the man we saw before in the Mountie uniform, and he's still in his full. Actually, I think he's in like the double formal uniform sort of thing. Like it's like the sort
Super
of
dress.
well, it's the thing that they wear to like the funerals, like the state funerals for the fallen cops and soldiers. And his is particularly like he's the head of the Northwest Mounted Police, so his is particularly like serious. This is possibly the most severe man you've ever seen. And Hiram looks good but disheveled. And just says, "I'll have my daughter now." And you see behind him, like, there's a few people waiting for you outside of the cathedral. And by a few people, I mean like a dozen.
Mounties?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Ogre,
inside,
I think.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Ogre's gonna tap
Where's
Jack on the
Steph?
shoulder.
She's hidden, like I said.
No, but where? I get to know.
Um, I imagine that we've spent the last 2 weeks, like flashback, and I can spend load or whatever we want to on this, rigging up like heinous traps and stuff in the church.
Okay,
like,
roll tinker.
We're gonna press a door. We're gonna press a door, and the press a button, and the door is gonna slam shut, so that now that he's inside, nobody else can get inside.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a tinker, and also probably one. No,
Ogre, you were
it's probably one stress because this isn't an like a location you would have easy access to.
okay.
Nora would like to assist with foresight.
Good call.
Okay, anybody who wants to assist, throw in your assistance, please.
And did. We're doing nothing.
So does other people get to assist, or is it just the one person?
It's just
I
one.
think it's just one.
Just one. Only one person can help you because
I will
we're not
offer
that
you a
many people.
devil's bargain.
Yeah, sure, hit me.
I get to choose someone who is in attendance at the cathedral. One person.
Taken.
Cool.
2 6s.
You crit?
Is that door ever going to open again? Is my question.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They're tier 6.
Yeah.
So, like, you get standard effect out of it.
Yeah,
Is the
the effect's
thing.
kind of reduced.
Yeah. So that's the mechanical sort of effect. So this is going to be the door security. I just made a clock, and it's over here. And I will label it.
Did you post as Aaron?
Nope.
Oh. Oh, I see. I wasn't sure.
Okay. So yeah, the door slams shut. The Mountie is going to draw his pistol and point it at, I mean, whichever one of you he can see.
Ogre is coming closer to that guy and he's putting his arms out to basically be as big of a target as possible.
Okay. He
Plus
probably
they get scared.
he
get
sizes
bigger.
he sizes Ogre up and says, "Step aside, son." And
I'm not your son,
I
and
think
you're
you
a
feel a
coward.
hand on your shoulder, actually. And it's a touch that like just reflexively puts Ogre at ease. It's a giant.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, this isn't the person I planted here. She was always here. It's just like a giant hand, and it's, honey, just come on. Like this isn't worth it.
Taken bullets for them before, and this is their day. And I'll do it again if I have to.
I
I would
think
take
she's
one for you, their family too.
and this is the person I planted in the audience. Ogre, you hear your mom yell, "Just get out of the way. Please."
Why are you both so willing to give in to this?
You not gonna listen to your mother? Orlin,
right now.
please.
Take one stress.
Yeah.
It's because you're here that I'm remaining calm. That can change. But you raised me to stand up for myself and what I believe in, and I will.
I think she's just like silent. Actually, I think she like chokes down a sob. Because she's looking at her son with like functionally a very, very nice pistol in his face.
Probably nicer than their house.
This is like this is like the Roland pistol sort of thing. Like, it is a big, beefy instrument of death.
And then Jack from the ceiling.
How close is this guy to Ogre?
Which one?
The one with the pistol.
Probably like 10 feet at this point.
Okay.
Who's
If he wants
doing a
some
thing
help,
next though?
Literally anywhere. I'm expecting he's like moving along the rafters towards the door at this point.
Okay.
I would be willing to dive into the pack of them and see how many I get to shoot each other. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, so like, Belle's gonna be all like, "Okay, this is a wedding. Sit down, wait for the ceremony to be over, and then we can all kill each other."
I mean, I think okay. Actually, that sounds like a consort or a command.
That sounds a lot like a command.
Oh, wait. Maybe Edgar could sway them.
So how are you going to lie to them? Because I
No,
think Belle just like used a command. So let's
get Bill to make a roll.
let's see Belle be
Ordering the
commanded.
Mounties around.
Let's make this a group action.
I'll assist.
Do I get a don't bother with the devil's bargain?
Tentatively lowers his hands.
I'll offer you another devil's bargain, and it's I get to plant 2 people in the audience.
Nah, I'll stick to only ones. I only get to roll 1 die per command. So
Okay. I'll give you a devil's bargain for 1 then. Another 1 person in the audience.
Talk him down to none. Talk him down to none.
I totally will take that one.
Cool.
Do you want an assist as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Como is going to help.
How does Como help?
I think she's sitting in a pew and watching the whole thing, and she's just staring daggers at this guy. And she said, "Are you really in that much of a hurry to die?" And she's just got like a handful of the spider things.
He turns.
Doing backup dancing.
He turns and looks at Como, and just like, for the first time, you get the sense, for the first time in weeks, he smiles. Hearing Como speak and like turning to see her. He smiles and like, I think there's like a play of relief and like a relaxed sigh. Like there is a physical weight lifted off this man.
Interesting.
So, I think this is the moment.
Let's see the command.
Yeah, do that.
Because we're owed that. Cool.
5.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Partial.
I think he's gonna just put his hand on the man with the pistol. Like he's gonna be like, Sam, just we can take like 10, 15 minutes of this. Like it can't be that much longer. I think of this farce. Like he's gonna say something shitty. And the Mountie like relaxes and like holsters his gun just in a very mechanical way. Like this is a man who knows how to clear leather. and they go and they find like a couple empty seats. Actually, I think they kick a couple people out. And like just a couple faceless, nameless extras like get kicked out of some pews and either stand or leave, like try to leave, and then realize they can't because the doors are locked.
Just standing room. It's okay.
Yeah.
Wait, they're standing at the side because, like, I don't know, maybe there was like a promise of an amazing reception.
I think they just look like guns have been flashed around, and that's the head of the NWMP, Northwest Mounted Police. Yeah, I got it. It's the head of the Northwest Mounted Police and also the Lord Governor, and they're like clearly something is going on.
This is very unchurch-like behavior.
Yes.
Is happening right now.
Yes. And yeah, the pistol thing has them scared. And he's just gonna start like praying quietly.
The governor or
The governor.
okay.
This is the house of God. We're
Like-
praying in here.
He pulls out like the kneeler, kneels down on it, and just starts praying as the ceremony. Like, does the ceremony carry on? But that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay. And so the priest or because this is an it's probably like the archbishop of the Diocese of Vancouver is like finishing up the vows and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Governor's gonna stand up and just say amen. And like he makes himself just like the arms spread wide, and he's just standing there. Anyone do anything?
How much free reign has Jack been given by the group at large? 'Cause I feel like there's a lot more people here than there
Pretty
normally
free
are.
reign,
With the
like,
two extra party members.
Wherever.
So- I don't want to shoot anybody yet.
Okay.
So if you get him before we have to shoot him,
I mean, is he standing inside a pack of Mounties? Is that happening right now?
It's
There's
just
just one
it's
guy.
just him and Sam. And I mean, I think the Mounties outside are like working on the door quietly.
Quiet
Okay.
demolition. The most
Well,
most
yeah, actually,
dangerous
maybe
kind.
that's what they're doing is deploying shape charges. Thank you, I hadn't thought of that.
Okay. Regardless of what they're doing, yeah, like if he like stands, if he's the only one standing during the ceremony, that's like the perfect Assassin's Creed moment to come down out of the rafters.
Yes.
So that would be happening. Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's see Prowl.
What am I rolling this at? El Capitan.
Pardon? Oh, this is
Is it
risky. Risky. The gun isn't drawn. It is risky.
Don't get standard effect.
This is limited effect.
Okay.
He is a higher tier than you by a substantial margin. Would you like to hear a devil's bargain?
What exactly
Sure.
is Jack doing again?
Pardon?
What
Who
is
cares
Jack
about it
doing?
anymore? So it's fine.
he's ziplining
Correct.
from the top and he's gonna kill somebody.
he's going to ask create somebody.
Yeah, I get to add another person. I add 2 people this time. That's the new offer is 2 people.
Let's see.
All right.
Cool.
I will take that bargain.
Cool. I'll tell you who one of them is. You're not alone up there.
Oh, awesome! I love it. I love
Batman's.
it. However, yes. Okay, so that's 5 dice coming down.
Mhm.
Risky limited effect.
Mhm.
Smash dude.
Nice.
Okay.
You land on him. You cut him. He doesn't even put up like that much of a fight. I think like you land on him. What are you hitting him with? Like what weapon?
I mean, I imagine if I'm jumping down from the rafters, I just have my sword out.
Okay.
Your
That's
best weapon is gravity.
So yeah, like I think
it's true, but
he like looks up at you. Like he hears something like the ruffle of your cape and the like the air or something. Looks up at you and just like welcomes it.
oh, good. Good.
and the sword just like goes straight into into his heart, out his back. There's just like this anime spray of blood. And just like his dying words are just like, she's safe. And then poof, he falls over. Como, that like weight or whatever that has been like kind of kicking your ass every so often, it's gone.
Oh, good. Makes it easier to kill people.
Yeah, it
Oh.
it makes it easier to kill people. It makes it easier to kill people.
How does the crowd react in the church when that happens?
I mean, so Sam Steele is going to pull out his gun, and probably shoot at you, but someone is going to get to act first.
How close is Como to that guy?
I mean, you can get there.
Okay. Skullfire, poison, breath in his face.
How close is he to the front?
I'm assuming they're at the back, so I mean, but Edgar gets first dibs if he wants to do a thing.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's right. You got that.
Yeah.
You go first.
No. For the time being, he's not going to. He's going to observe.
Okay.
He's going to wait for an opening.
Como, poison him up.
So yeah, Como, you are like, how is this? How are you getting close enough to this very angry, well-armed man?
I mean, it seems like he completely discounted her as a threat. So she's just gonna run up and like do this weird,
Just like
grunty
huck
anger
acid.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's doing that weird Naruto arms behind her stupid run thing, thinking it'll help her go faster.
So that's
she's got,
minus
like-
one die.
She's got like a cloud of stupid green crap coming out of her mouth as
Mhm.
she's getting there, and then just spits it in his face.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like a skirmish.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. Risky? Probably desperate?
This is desperate. He has his gun out, and he is definitely
Let's see
trained
what
with
that
it.
matters. It doesn't matter.
Would you like a devil's bargain?
Sure, what is it?
The rest of Ogre's family is here.
Sure.
Wow. I didn't think I was going to get that one out of you.
All of
Okay.
them. Yep.
Cool.
It's time they learned what put them in that new house.
Jesus Christ.
So
Nice.
6.
Cool. Yeah. Do
Nice.
you want to
Nice.
read Skullfire Poison or click it for the folks at home?
I don't. It's basically it gives them like debilitating, blinding, immediate headache
Okay.
that lasts for a while.
So he's like, you get him right in the face. And like for a solid like 2 seconds, he's basically stunned. And then you see him shrug it off, which is
Okay.
creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Also,
Well, I'm
Nora,
right
you might
here.
recognize this guy from your studies.
Who?
The Mountie, Sam Steele.
Sam, the Archon of douche.
Discipline.
Oh.
Oh.
I was gonna say the Archon of copness. Just the cop Archon.
So it has been asked, can Nora do shadowy stuff? Does Nora want to do shadowy stuff?
Yes.
What shadowy stuff are you doing? I'll give you a thing. So it's
Yeah.
going to mostly probably be a tune.
Okay.
If you want to tap into it, like to just use it to feel you, that'll be a devil's bargain on whatever action you're doing. And basically you're like, I think it's basically just your trauma gets worse. Like you get colder. You get less emotional, period.
And what was the benefit exactly?
You'll get like the +1 die and probably also some extra effect because you're doing spooky, horrible shit to people.
No. I was just thinking of like assisting, I don't know, like somehow pulling Edgar into the shadows really quick, so like the bride and groom disappear, but then
Okay.
they appear in the skirmish.
I mean, that just sounds like Prowl.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they both disappear from the front of the room with like everyone looking at them.
I mean, that also sounds like Ghost Veil, which I think Edgar took.
No, he didn't. That was Sly.
Oh, okay. Oh, and
No.
Como took it.
Yeah. No, I was just hoping with the Shadow Archon stuff.
I mean, you're not.
Oh no.
You're too human.
Oh, great.
That's the thing. Like, it's a road you could start walking, but Nora isn't that shadowy. She doesn't embody shadow.
Okay.
It's true.
So I mean, those are things that you can like steer her towards.
Okay, well, fuck it. Edgar's just gonna make his way into the skirmish.
Okay.
So who's still standing and starting shit back there?
No one has been shot yet because no one has screwed up in a way that I can really hurt them.
So, okay, what's the governor doing exactly?
Being dead.
Bleeding his heart's blood out on the ground.
So
He's
See the
getting
link
that
I clicked up
exact
at the
sword
top,
pull
the
out of his
YTV
chest.
one? That
Pardon?
one.
Pardon, Mike?
The link that I posted with
Oh.
all the blood spraying everywhere, just that point.
Oh, yeah, no, I just meant, so one, mission technically accomplished. Two.
Oh, we did it. Just high
Yes.
five, everybody. We can go home now.
Yeah. Get home now.
Job done.
The Archon.
Did we not tie the airship up at the top of the church? Is that
Totally
not
did.
a thing?
It's just hanging like forebodingly above the church. But the Archon of Discipline is still there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he has to die.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. He was he the one that first started talking shit and then like Ogre talked him down?
Technically, he was talked down by Hiram, and Hiram was the one who was talking shit. He hadn't said anything. He had just drawn his gun.
Okay. Yeah, and Edgar and Nora are just gonna make their way over to
the scrum.
Yeah.
Okay. Does
And
anyone
then
have
had-
eyes on Stephanie?
I mean, do we let her go?
I mean, Stephanie
Not
is like
yet.
tertiary to this op at this point, right? Like,
Not yet. The instant she is free, she's going to turn into a problem, and I'd rather not like have to deal with her immediately.
can we
So
talk
what's-
about the
what's-
tier 6 mob outside that's much more of a problem than Steph
Yeah.
is?
Okay,
No,
no,
okay,
no.
but
So
if you have cancer, you don't also want to get shot in the face.
That depends on how bad the cancer is, but I mean,
It's a discussion for a. I feel like this has gotten away from us rather quickly, and let's not
Yes.
talk about assisted suicide.
pro euthanasia is what I'm saying. Yes. I mean, yeah, I feel like
Time and a place.
unless we ever planning on releasing her, and if so, now
Yeah,
seems fine.
Did Belle ever intend for her to walk away?
oh yeah, totally.
Then just kick her out the airship into the bay. It's fine.
We just see Belle drop her like above this like kraken.
So where's Bella at?
Where is Belle?
Bells with
I mean,
Dora.
okay, so no one has eyes on Steph.
She's still in the airship. You guys know that, right?
Is the airship tied up
Yeah.
up top?
So I had originally planned that she was like tied up someplace like behind
The
the
altar.
curtain sort of thing, like up at the front of the church.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know what the Gregorian or this guy was
That-
religiosity it was.
Picture like an Anglican church, and then like I mean, tone
So you
down
know-
the dower like a
You know, in,
few notches.
you know in Scream 2, where the main character, whose name's eluding me at the moment, goes to find her boyfriend in the like place where they hold plays, and he's tied up to a cross.
Theater.
Theater. That sort of thing.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Like,
So is
like
she just
just
tied
out of
up
sight
like
of her
on the
bed.
crucifix?
Yeah, but like, not like super tawdry.
No, like a respectful crucifix
Like,
bondage situation.
symbolically,
Yeah.
not like Rule 34E.
but this is the Church of the Holy Ecstasy of the Blood.
So like maybe that's just their thing, right?
Is he tied to the? Is he like tied to the cross on top of the church, like Daredevil style? Like
No,
oh,
like
we got
inside,
by now?
like so that they're Nora and Edgar are getting married in front of it, basically.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, Nora planned the wedding, so I think she gets final say on where Steph is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Steph is somewhere really like
Else.
where
Stuff
they
is somewhere
were-
else.
No, she's close to where Edgar and Nora were exchanging their rose.
Round.
Counterpoint.
So she's
Yes.
tied up in the basement of the club.
Yes,
she
Andrew.
was.
Oh, good.
But everything's fine now. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's fine here.
Okay. So is anyone doing anything, or is Sam just going to start shooting fools?
Ogre's gonna
If
walk
nobody-
closer.
If nobody else does a thing, I shoot Sam.
Cool. Let's see it.
I
Also,
work my
with
sword
what?
creep, but that's about all I got.
Let's see. I have
about
what? Jack, what'd you say?
I was cheering you on. Light him up.
Oh, okay. It's not particularly extreme, right?
No.
Okay.
No, at best, this is like 50 meters.
Quick, get the sun can.
No, that's for extreme stuff. And he's got a beat on Ogre?
He has. You're pretty sure, because I mean, you know, gunsmans. You're pretty sure he could put a bullet in each of your friends.
Okay, then I'm always going to spend 2 stress to push myself and suppress them.
Okay.
Anybody want to assist?
Jack will.
Um,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How close is he to Jack?
Jason.
Close enough to pocket sand.
Will, upon seeing the gun starting to clear,
Yep.
Jack will like shoulder into him as he draws his sword, and then try to make space.
Okay. Cool.
I'll
Let's
throw
see the
some
shot
stress
bell.
at Bell.
Oh
Two
my
sixes.
God.
Nice. You catch him in the gut plate. Like you
The
hear
goal here
the
is if I'm-
bullet like thud into something solid.
I think it's my pistols, and I think I shoot a lot of the times
Okay.
at him to keep him from shooting Ogre.
Yeah. So you know that scene in V for Vendetta, where spoilers V gets shot a bunch of times.
yeah, and he keeps doing the fight.
Well, and like pops off the metal breastplate that's just riddled
Yeah.
with bullet holes. It's
Mhm.
that. It is that scene. He like pops off this metal breastplate that is just pounded through with bullets, and like, yeah, he doesn't get to shoot back. That should have been desperate. So Bill, you can take 1 XP and hunt. And the visitor up in the rafters is going to, I think he yells now.
Good. I love it when they have plans.
And then that door explodes in.
I was.
And so it's just gone. Like, there's a thud. It's very Buster Keaton, where like the door falls around Sam, like it opens and like spreads out, and like he's just in the middle, looking like a badass, having just shed his metal like Roman style breastplate, basically. Who's up?
Those under his Manda
How
uniform.
how big are these doors?
Big.
Are they still intact?
Not really.
They're fancy door sized.
Not
How-
really.
How,
And
big are
they're
the pews?
they're a pew. They're a
Yeah,
few
pews are
meters
different
long.
lengths. God damn it! Are these like long pews or like the little ones that are stuck together?
No,
I think
these
they're
are
more French.
these are
These are
these
le pews. You can
these
play at this game, Andrew.
these are like 4 meters long.
Okay.
That's like 14, 15
Like
feet.
12 feet.
It's 3.3.
Ogre's gonna take another step closer,
Mhm.
and he's gonna look at Sam.
I think Sever just looks sad. Like we get a shot. Like Ogre doesn't see this because he's not looking at her. But yeah, she's just looking sad. In like the background, and like slowly goes out of focus as I think the pew Ogre grabs goes into focus. Also, everybody's like panicking. The people by the door are running out. Mounties are storming
Whoa,
in.
whoa, 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 whoa! You're just assuming I'm grabbing a pew.
Okay, what happens?
I'm just asking flavor questions here. I like to
Okay.
get a good feel for the scene we're in.
Mhm. And then I fucking grab a pew and smash him.
No, so
I grabbed 2.
Ogre is hesitant to become the person he was because he's not sure if he could stop if he goes back. So he's still got his arms out.
Yep.
And he's still stopping, maybe just outside of arm's reach. And he says, "Look, my family's here. They get put in danger. I'd hate to have to kill everyone in here. If you just leave, you're not going to bring him back to life either way. Everybody goes our separate ways. You live, they live."
I mean, roll command.
Okay.
I'll help. I click a gun.
The sun gun?
We can hear it racking around from down here.
Is the
Well,
sun
so
gun
if-
whirring up?
If the door is open and there is a,
I mean, it's chaos.
Space. I can't fire the sun gun in the crowd. I'm sorry.
You could.
I mean,
I don't think New Bell can actually.
Okay.
okay, that's fair.
Oh my god.
Okay, so just clicking another gun to prove the point.
It's more pistols, so I'm just gonna be all the bullets downstream.
Okay. Desperate, probably, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Devil's bargain.
Sure, what you got?
I think Margaret shows up.
Wait.
Actually, sorry, she's already in the crowd. She just hasn't done anything horrible to anybody yet. I think Ms. Knock shows up.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my god.
This is like the actual for real death version of like the community firefights at the end of each season, where you get to see all the bit players come back
Yeah.
and get wasted. Yeah.
So Ms. Knock is basically like Purple Man, except she isn't a crazy narcissist. She's probably a narcissist, but she's not like
She's not crazy about it. That'd be weird.
she's not a hedonist. That's the difference. She uses her bullshit powers to get herself power as opposed to just like comfortable.
I've already got one from Belle.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Good. Sweet. Awesome.
Crit.
Oh
Dinger.
my god. That's
Nice.
so amazing.
Okay, this might actually work. This might be a thing that
Tonight's night
happens.
of crits.
He's not going to stop, but he is going to hesitate. So the next
Okay.
person to act against him is only doing so in a risky fashion. Because this guy, it's his duty with like a capital D to kill every single one of you.
Sam?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack, you're closest.
I am. I don't know if I want to steal somebody else's risky though, because
Fight
I
Edgar
do
will
better
do
in
it.
desperate circumstances, and I feel like if somebody's gonna get shot up, it might as well be me.
All right, let's see
So
how's
I
Bondo.
wanted to go.
Edgar will do it. He will skirmish the man while he hesitates.
Okay.
Risky. Can I hear a devil's bargain?
No, stop it.
I mean, the devil's bargain is these fuckers start interfering with you. So I think it's a Nightwing tackles Bell.
Mm.
Oh.
I believe if you
What a
listen to the
nightmare that's gonna
flashback,
say.
Jack killed all the bats.
Yeah.
We already established this. I spent the last week killing batsmen.
So their faction clock in the background was to get official sanction, which they completed 2 sessions ago.
Oh, good.
But see, it's fine because these are like fourth string batsmen, so like they're probably like little league batsmen. It's fine.
Actually,
It's like how at the end of Concordat, you guys were fighting like the Murphs that were like the kids the first time around.
Yeah.
It's the same deal. Like these are the
Well, so-
understudy apprentice batsmen.
so these Nightwings have official government sanction and therefore access to like better funding and stuff. Also,
Better
I don't know
bat
this.
suits.
Well, and also, I mean, I kind of just want to make like they're kind of ahead by a century now. Batsman, cricket, centuries,
Oh.
100 points.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's also
You can't make sports jokes on this podcast.
it's also a tragically hip reference, which makes it Canadian as fuck. Which brings it
It's
back
like-
into the scope of this series.
It's like three
Being
dimensions
tragically hip
deep
is a Canadian.
Canadianism.
Really, it's all about Canadian, like just everything.
Anyways,
Can I suggest someone showing up?
sure.
Night Stag.
No, he's in jail. You don't get to have him.
You can't
She's like,
make
no, but what
me-
if the devil's barking was good for me though?
No, that was the night. That was the Nightwing's other clock this season was putting Nightstag back in jail because he did get out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They've been busy behind the scenes.
Okay.
He's getting killed.
No, they did that. They did that on screen.
But yeah, that's the devil's bargain. Is someone tackles Bell?
Okay. Would anyone be willing to assist me?
What are
Need
you
assistance with.
I am skirmish. I'm gonna Edgar's gonna run his sword cane through Sam.
Does Nora help?
If nobody else does.
Como is willing to try and sweep the leg.
This is fine.
I mean, Jack's
No,
also right there, already engaging him with a sword.
Gastown,
Yeah, it just depends on if you
native-
want to take a stress. If not, I'll take it to try to help back.
Gastown native to go like take out these government officials that have been ignoring the treaty that Edgar brought to light
Mhm.
last season.
Cool. So who helps? Como?
Como?
Yeah, Jack will bro down on this guy with Edgar here.
Okay.
Being saber slashes and Edgar's like actual swordsmanship.
Let's see it.
Okay. I am also gonna push myself.
Good
Oh.
call. Stop rolling sixes. I don't get to hit anybody.
That's the whole point.
But that's why.
Cool. Yeah, you get him.
Hooray!
Como, I think your dad is going to see if he can't like reach into the melee and drag you out, and calls you Emily. Like, Emily, let's go. This isn't safe.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if hunt or skirmish is higher. Skirmish. Okay. She's going to try and climb him with blades. Like,
Okay. It's family,
Yeah.
so it's desperate.
okay, I don't care. That's... Oh, okay. So I have a question.
Mhm.
If that desperate action will level you up to another thing, can
You get it
use
after
that
you
point?
roll.
Shit! Why you do this to me?
Yeah,
Because it makes sense.
Yes.
It does, I
Um,
guess.
You do the thing, and then you get the reward.
Okay. So.
What's up, Jordan?
desperate.
Oh, I was gonna say Edgar's willing to assist because like Como just helped him, so it's like going with the flow sort of thing.
Okay. I'm cool with that. So desperate, standard, +1, 6.
Oh my gosh.
What do you do to your paterfamilias?
Things that would be inappropriate to talk about at any future time. Probably like enough to get it redacted on a police report at some point in the future.
So just like Sin City.
Wherever she was tied down to the bed, she basically like flays the skin off of him there,
Mhm.
and then just keeps cutting until she finds another target.
Cool.
Her paterfamilias is unfamilias now.
I'm just gonna like
unpaid her.
It's going to take some time, and your mother is screaming in the background.
That's fine.
That's because she's next.
She's,
All the best
I was
actors,
about to say
both those
she's
creatures,
next.
so it's
You know
fine.
what? He's already dead, and she's still stabbing, and she's at this point looking up at her mom and making like unbroken eye contact.
Y'all have some issues.
That was
To
That was-
establish
well, yeah.
dominance.
Baked into that character.
Cool.
the Mountie guy.
I mean, Jack, there are
and
other targets
he's
in
real
here.
messed up now.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It's desperate now. He's regained his senses. But there are also like that. There's that tracker Elizabeth Long, and there's Alvin Scott, who are still in attendance. They're probably trying to administer like pointless first aid to the corpse of the Lord Governor.
That makes them
That's
easier.
fair. That's fair. Can I make like what I want to do?
Mhm.
So I have this
Devil's
prowl
Footsteps?
ability or the lurker ability, Devil's Footsteps.
Mhm.
What I want to do is attract this dude's fire because I assume he still has a gun, right?
Yes.
I want to make him shoot the two people that I don't like.
Okay. Cool.
Attract him from my friends.
I mean, there's a couple other people you don't like in this room, but yes.
Yes, like generally, I would like him to train. Like,
Yeah.
if he wants to like sweep his weapon across the crowd, Jack's not going to be super broken up about that.
You're getting 2 for this action. But yeah, let's see it.
All right, cool.
This sounds like Prowl, I guess, because yeah, it's moving fancy.
Yeah, moving fancy.
or
Like,
finesse.
Jack will like run up the wall and then sort of jump across and behind him
Mhm.
and make him turn his body to look at me here.
Cool.
Is this desperate since he has a gun and is pointing it at me?
Yes. Very.
Added effect.
The people you're acting against also aren't a higher tier than you, so it's standard, not limited. But basically everything against Sam is limited.
Yeah.
The people you're trying to get Sam to shoot, though, excellent. Thank you. Finally.
You cannot roll sixes somehow. All right.
Yeah, he kills both of them. He does it in such a way, like, he knows exactly what you're doing, and he shoots them to make the point that he doesn't give a fuck before he puts 3 bullets in your chest.
Defend.
Oh Jesus.
Is Ogre bodyguarding?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Ogre.
I assume that would be prowess.
I mean, you tell me, but it's going to be like a level 3 and 2 harm.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna resist level 3 first.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I take 0.
Well, and it goes down to 2.
Okay. Can I resist it again?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay.
Good God, it was this is insane.
Can I do it again?
You're-
Make it nothing?
Yeah, the level 3 you can resist down to nothing 3 times.
Okay.
Are basically opposite
I'll take
versions
one
of
stress.
the same thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the 2
Okay.
is
Wow.
the 2 is irresistible and unarmorable because it's his big fucking gun. So no
Okay.
matter how beefy you are, this gun still hurts.
Even with
Okay. Bulleted.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other one was like, this is like the sheer mass of the bullets slamming into you
Mhm.
because he's basically firing like a .50 sort of thing. Like it's
Yeah.
a big meaty bullet. The other bit is like the bullets like leaving permanent damage.
Okay. Is it possible for Ogre to respond?
Sure. I think Sever's going to respond first.
oh shit.
Okay. What you got?
She tackles you to the ground.
I resist that.
Okay.
Surprise?
I think she's a lot stronger than you.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what does that look like?
You critic.
She tries
I think-
she tries to save you.
Ooh, I clear 1 stress when I roll my resistance, so I'm back to 0. I think it's like she pins me down, and I don't think he showed her how like he's able to move quicker and stuff. So he sort
So
of
she
just
wasn't
like
expecting you to be that quick. She was expecting you to still to be slow ogre.
she was expecting me to try to shove her off. Basically, I just shot out of my shirt and am standing back up with like a bullet wound in my
You like
side.
no you like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like you rolled out from under her pin.
Yeah.
And like before you were just a meathead who punched things, and now you actually like okay.
So I'm going to go at Sam, and I want to squish his gun and then beat him to death with it.
Damaging his gun is probably a no effect thing.
But I have superhuman strength.
I mean,
Archon's weapon, bro.
yeah.
Just punch him until he dies.
Okay, I'm
Like,
going
just prove
to.
that you're the meathead again and meathead him to death.
Okay, now I'm gonna get pews and I'm going to sandwich him between them.
Okay.
So it's gonna be basically roll, grab one on each side, and just clap him into them like a
Cool.
friggin' chalkboard erasers.
So this will be desperate skirmish.
Okay.
I don't think anyone can help because Severa is actively dissuading that from happening.
Yeah.
And I think you are the only person physically here capable of resisting that.
Yes, Jordan.
I was gonna say Nora wants to go look for Stephanie while everyone else is fighting.
Okay. Do you have
What's the
hunt?
effect on?
I mean,
I have
it'll be
one
limited effect still.
Fucking what?
You could also tell Belle to go get her too, right? I'd be like,
Oh yeah, okay. Where is Belle? Belle's still near the front, right? Or like
She's
she's right next to you.
didn't you
Okay,
take that
cool.
devil's bargain where she's under a nightwind?
No, I didn't. I pushed
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Also, Rao.
I have a question, Andrew.
Yep.
Does Severa have protection against becoming frightened?
Oh my gosh.
Of ogre, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
I figure the Archon of Discipline will not become frightened
Correct.
by physical violence because I've got Savage, which makes it especially frightening.
you can't
figure he
scare
can-
Severa with the physical violence. You might scare Severa with the fact that like you're still that old ogre and not the person who's been changing with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might like I don't know that will scare her, but I think that's like
Might
possibly
give
an
her
apt.
pause for a second.
Well, just like it's enough to like unsettle her
Mm-hmm.
or like disquiet her or make her have a crisis of conscience.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe like if you pop the rage essence, like she's probably gone.
Ooh, I've got. I have to. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this, and then I have to send you a message because I just came across an idea, and it is a thing.
Okay.
While Aaron does that, Nora wants to take Belle and go looking for stuff.
Well, let's see this roll, and then I can.
Okay. So
And
I
then-
pushed myself, which cancels out the -1. So
Yep.
I've got 4 die. 6.
You squish him. What does that look like? 'Cause I mean, he doesn't die. You probably
think
like
he-
pull over a couple of the Mounties on the way.
Yeah, I think it's like he is about to aim again,
Mhm.
and I just kind of go for the midsection, so like his legs aren't impacted, and I'd say probably above his upper neck isn't, but everything else is just like
I mean, he might
Squished in
even
between.
pull the trigger, and Ogre just doesn't give a fuck.
as long as that doesn't equate to harm, then
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, like it's Ogre being badass. Like he shoots you, and you just don't care. Like that's the 6 part of it. The 5 part is like, yeah, you get him. Okay, Nora, what are you doing?
I am taking Belle, and I am gonna go look for Stephanie while telling her that she's missing.
Okay.
Is Pabu at the wedding? Belle.
Of course.
Okay. We'll probably be hunting Stephanie.
That sounds amazing. I have a tiny like ferret leash.
Oh, no, and he's got like a little white tuxedo hat on.
Yes.
Yeah, at this point, Nora probably tears away like the bulkier part of her dress.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like wearing a white almost like pantsuit on underneath.
Hunting pants.
While they go looking. So if Belle rolls hunt, I will assist.
Risky or desperate?
Finding Steph is controlled. Actually risky because you have people chasing you.
Yeah.
Hooray! That's more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What's my devil's bargain?
I mean, Devil's Bargain is you have more people hunting you than you thought. Actually, no. Okay. I know the Devil's Bargain is it's Margaret who's after you.
Which one's Margaret?
The lady on the train.
The one who thought we were trash.
Yes. Well, that Belle specifically was trash.
I mean,
And Como.
And well, yeah, and Como.
I think especially Como.
Yes.
I think it was especially the both of you.
Yeah.
We are a thing. We're Bomo, thanks. Or Kel. Bomo.
I'm taking it.
Kettlebell.
Oh, just 1-6.
Yep.
My name is Mike. I rolled 12 dice on it. Go ahead.
So sorry, you took the Devil's Bargain. So Margaret's.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you get downstairs to where Stephanie was. There's a few like hiding civilians. One of them's like, not Mina, but like the next Colburn, who has like cleverly taken shelter in like the solid like rock basement, so that bullets are less of an issue, as opposed to the idiots cowering behind pews.
Pew pews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's slipped her bonds wherever you left her. I'm assuming like below ground, and apparently,
It's I suggested on a cross in front of the stage, but apparently that's too tawdry.
And she's actually disappeared downwards. It looks like down into the catacombs.
Once more into the darkness of my deep despair.
Mm-hmm.
Leave all thoughts of the world you once knew before.
And yeah, you hear like the slow, plodding, high-heeled steps of that lady from the train echoing above you.
Ironically, we were coming to let her go. Should we go after her, Nora?
Staff? I'm assuming you're talking about staff.
Should we
don't
go after
think-
Steph, Nora?
I think so because right now she's our only bargaining chip remaining. Not that we can't let her, go later, but like things might get worse upstairs.
Okay.
Speaking
said
of
we
things
let her
getting
go.
worse upstairs,
And we said we'd let her go after the wedding.
We should probably just jump on the boat and drive out of here, says Belle as the scene transition.
Speaking of things getting worse upstairs, the Mounties are forming like that old school British firing line, where like the front rank is lying down, the middle rank are like taking one knee, and then the top rank is standing.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly how many Mounties are there?
I mean, that you can see.
Yeah.
That are currently preparing to, let's say, interact with you at a distance, is about 20.
Okay.
There's probably more outside because the Lord Governor, the former Lord Governor,
Yeah.
These are just the ones that came into the door they breached, right?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, Jack's getting the CFOing. But he's going to go a slightly different way. Did we tie the airship up upstairs? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Why does everybody want to take my damn boat?
Because
Either airboat
that's
and
how we
water.
get out of here.
Orland, it's our boat.
If
You
I
don't
get there
marry
first,
into
it's my
partial
boat.
ownership
So
of my boat.
Orland,
Jack's gonna basically like
we were there
step jump
together.
parkour back up into the rafters.
Okay.
Maybe taking out a batsman if there's one there.
There's a few. They appear to be like getting their courage up and moving inside. But let's see a prowl
Okay.
to get up to the rafters.
Okay. What circumstances do you say this is under here, Ross?
This is desperate. There are angry people, including a
Yeah,
firing
but-
line.
Standard effect. Well, desperate gets me a bonus die, so I'm into that.
Is anyone helping you?
I don't think anybody can help him climb a rafter.
I mean, people
I
can
could directly
distract
like
stuff.
jump off Ogre's back or something, but that's about it.
I have sleight of hand. I could, I don't know, maybe draw the.
Is this your card? And they're like, holy shit.
Oh,
It's fine. It's fine. I
I
can make it
was
onto the
going to
rafters.
do
It'll probably be
something-
okay.
that would shine a light into the firing spot.
The entire firing squad.
Yeah, just like this thing that pans across into all their eyes. I don't know.
So the batsmen are now entering the cathedral
There's
from
like
above?
3 inside and question mark outside.
Okay. To fight them on the... Okay. I'm not going to do anything about that yet. Let's get onto the rafters here.
Yeah.
And hopefully get onto the rafters and as far through the crowd of batsmen as possible.
Okay. So you're not engaging them, you're trying to just get out. Good.
Damn, where are my sixes at? Mike, you're taking my sixes. All my sixes.
yeah.
I think someone
They're just mine now.
someone takes a shot at you
Awesome.
and misses. And I think it's the firing line.
This is you.
Misses
Depending on that
Mrs. Jack. And just this cloud of bullets collides with Como.
Shit. I can't do a thing as a response to someone else's figuring out consequences. So yeah, okay.
So I think it's going to be 2 level 3 harms.
Okay.
And nothing stops it.
Yeah, that's...
Your guardian angel is gone. This is the first time Como has felt severe physical pain in her life. Also, I suggest resisting at least one of these level 3 harms.
I thought you said I couldn't.
Yeah, no, that's...
No, you can. Like,
Oh.
I'm not killing Como
Oh.
off of Jack failing roll.
He might be,
I'm
but
just saying
that's
like
your
a
call.
Yeah.
I think she dies.
Wow.
Como got her
Level
arc?
3 harms? Just you need level
Like
4.
she
2 threes.
charges at the firing line,
Yep.
and like there's the burst of bullets, and then like when the smoke clears, it's her, like she fucked up trying to go into the ghost veil thing, just falls back, and then there's like her spiders run away.
Dinger.
Yep.
Mm.
Executed by the state. So was she like expecting her guardian angel to kick in and it just didn't?
I don't even think she had time to like think about it at that point. Like she was just so like I think her mom had managed to probably make it out past the line or something. So she was like, I need to get her, and probably didn't even see the firing line.
Like
to be
didn't
honest.
process it. It was just a
She
cloud
was so
of people.
focused. This is just another wall to get over or
Yeah.
get through.
Yeah.
And it got through her.
Yeah. She finally met an unstoppable force or an immovable object.
Yep.
Dang. Well, that's 1 point for Andrew. 5 to go.
Congratulations. The first death in the campaign.
Cool. You should probably change your Roll20 name.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what does Edgar think of this?
Well, it depends if he went after Margaret or not.
You tell me.
I think he would have because like
So
he
he just hears like a firing line go.
yeah.
I'm assuming like winces a little bit
Mhm.
and keeps going.
Yeah. I mean, cuz as far as he's concerned, job's done, like the governor's dead. Ogre, if like really pressed, will probably use the rage potion.
Mhm.
He's sure.
Mhm.
But like he saw that woman, he knows who, like he has an inkling of who she is.
Yep.
And like he's gonna go defend his wife.
Good call.
So he's running down after Margaret with the sword cane.
Okay. Ogre, I think Ms. Nock is going to take this opportunity to just start talking to you, because you gave me that devil's bargain where she gets to be here.
I thought I didn't.
Okay. I have her written down, so I thought you did.
I was under the no, I have the level 2 harm, and then Mike helped me, and then I didn't get an extra die because that canceled out.
Okay. I thought
I
that was the
believe-
one before.
If she's here, she's here. That's fine. I just
Okay. Yeah.
I've
I've got her written down, so I'm believing
for it.
she's
Yeah,
here.
that's
So
fine.
she's basically going to tell you that Sam needs to die, and that you should really pop that Rage Essence vial.
2 things. 1, I'm working on it, and 2, fuck you. And he's gonna crush the Rage Essence file.
Nice.
I don't
Oh.
do this anymore, and I
Okay.
don't do anything for you.
I thought you meant like crush it, like
Yeah.
shot it.
Yeah.
No. Like in his hand, reach out and like break it.
You've done that before to get it in your blood.
Throw it on the ground then. Something put like stomp like throw it
Yeah.
down and like grind it under my shoe.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Yep.
One brick is just fucking pissed.
Yeah. I think she doesn't know what to do to that. Because like she's normally pretty good at ordering Ogre around.
Is she overwhelmed?
And I'm done with a lot of the shit in this room. So you have a choice. Either you help us or you get killed too.
Darling, I know when I'm not wanted. And she's gonna like... I think she just slinks into the background.
You walk out without helping, don't come back.
You didn't help me, darling. Cool. So who's doing a thing? Edgar, you're
Go.
chasing after Margaret?
Yes.
Nora and I are chasing after Steph,
Mm-hmm.
and Jack's going after the balloon.
Yep.
Yeah, Jack's securing our exit.
Okay.
Cool. Who wants to do their thing first? Actually,
Edgar.
Edgar gets to go first if he
Yes.
wishes, so yeah.
Reflexes. He's probably going to whistle to get Margaret's attention. Once he sees her.
And she's got like she's got a pretty fancy cane as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
That isn't a very nice thing for a married man to do. You might go giving me the wrong impression.
And he probably just like is twirling his cane just as my apologies and unsheathes it.
Yeah, and she like the same way that you like unsheath yours, she functionally has like a hidden button, and it roughly doubles in length. And then out of nowhere, a scythe blade pops out.
Yeah, that's fine. Edgar's still gonna like take like proper fencing stance. I don't know if he's actually ever seen her duel, but he's probably heard about it or like seen drawings of it.
Yeah.
So So he's going to circle around and
I'm picturing this as like a very narrow hallway.
right.
Like it's a church basement.
Mm-hmm.
Your weapon is actually probably better suited to fighting in these conditions than hers is.
Right. So he's gonna like walk towards her. He's still whistling, although now it's like the wedding march.
Mhm.
As he's like with each step he's taking. And he's going to try ducking underneath her scythe to get a slash at her.
Cool. Let's see a finesse. And you're acting alone.
Yes, desperate.
Yes. Yes.
Standard?
No.
No.
No, this is limited.
Okay. Gonna push myself and
Oops, that's the wrong button.
Nice.
Nice.
Dang. Dang.
it's his wedding day. He's on it.
Dinger is he ever.
He will be. All right.
No, that's on her.
Ah, sex.
You made the first joke. You don't get to punk your own joke.
Alley-oop from the ghost field.
Jesus.
Como comes back just from the dead and she just randomly shouts.
Yeah.
I'm sad now.
There's a ghost. There's a ghost of Como floating around in this like chaos church,
Can the
just
ghost
yelling
of Como be
sex.
assisting me in the hallway?
This is clearly the ghost of Como past.
Too soon. Too soon.
Gone too soon. Okay. So yeah.
Never forget.
Yeah, no, you get like a solid approach. She manages to sort of keep you at bay and looks frustrated that she's in such a shitty narrow hallway because like, you know, a scythe is like got reach, whereas right now you have flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I get that reference.
I too have
too
watched
get that
Pokemon.
reference.
Cool. Nora and Belle, do a thing tracking stuff-wise.
Sugar more Huntress.
Yes. Probably let's go. Probably do the thing.
Do you assist me in this risky endeavor?
Yes, I do.
I don't know that it's risky anymore.
I
It's
thought
controlled.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
risky because Margaret was going to be chasing you, but she's otherwise indisposed.
Which is not anymore.
No, it started off as controlled.
Yeah. And then I was like, no, wait, it's more interesting if it's risky because people are chasing.
All right.
Cool.
Really 1-6.
Yeah, I mean, she's...
A controlled 6 is good.
Yes.
You track her, like, deeper and deeper into these catacombs, and, like, you hear the sound of running water.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she sees Belle. I mean, you see her first. Are you being sneaky at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
If
think
no.
Jerk Bell is sneaky. I'm not sure if
Could I be leading us into like a group prowling while we're hunting, or no?
I mean, I think it's just a yes
Yeah.
no. Were you like tracking her sneak? Basically, like you catch her, not necessarily actually, yeah, I guess it's you catch her unawares,
Mm-hmm.
and like she's got just like for something causes her to wheel around, and you've still got her at that disadvantage. Basically, is what's going to happen. But she sees Belle
Mm-hmm.
and just like lets out a shriek of blue bloody murder
Mm-hmm.
because she's pretty sure Belle killed her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean last episode she swore she would have her revenge one way or another, and this is her chance.
It's a shot.
hmm So I mean both of you get to do a thing first, but
Question
yes.
about slumber essence.
Mhm.
Can it be used as chloroform?
I mean I think that's kind of what it is.
Cool. I have that in my inventory.
Yep.
I would like to sneak up on her while she's looking at Val.
Okay.
God damn.
With and ask her if this smells like chloroform.
Let's take that last bit out,
Okay.
but Yeah, I mean, you induce nap time on a success.
Uh, Belle, do you assist me in the flavor of, like, I don't know, verbally taunting her while I, like, circle around her?
I'm just assembling a pair of like large, oversized restraints in front of her.
Okay.
And like the same ones that she like woke up in a couple times in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
So risky control. What would it be considering Steph probably isn't in the best shape, being tied up for like 2 weeks?
She looks fine. She looks
Oh,
really
great.
fine.
They
Like
are kind of being tied up for 2 weeks.
rested. Like she probably looks better than you saw her when, I'm assuming, Nora, you came down and looked, like checked in to make sure she was secure.
Okay.
Um
So.
So I mean, like, I think this is desperate because you're voluntarily getting within like touch distance of a
Yes.
very angry, highly trained operative.
Belle, do you assist me?
Yeah, I've already marked stress for that.
Okay. Limited.
What's the devil's bargain?
No, this
Yeah,
is great. Like, this is going to
Oh,
do well.
I see. Okay.
I mean, Devil's Bargain, I think, is Margaret's going to like create space in the duel and then just book it down here.
Okay. I accept.
Sweet.
Devil's bargain is Jack's gone.
Okay, here we go. Fuck.
Nice. So I mean, yeah, you get her with the slumber essence. Can you like link that in the chat as well so I can read it? Because I don't think it works super long or for loud noises. I think that's a thing.
No.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
For some reason,
I can
can't
look it
read
up in the
from
book
sheet.
as well.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she falls asleep. She's going to like, I think she like in the. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So yeah, she falls unconscious pretty quickly, but there's this just, like, force that like shoots out of her and just punches Nora into the water like 50 feet away, like into this giant underground lake.
This is fine.
So that's probably like a level 2 harm of soul punched.
I would like to resist that.
Okay. What part are you resisting? The harm? The being pushed away?
No, just the harm.
Okay.
I would like to resist with my armor and prowess.
Okay. So your soul is too strong.
Yes.
Let's see it. Okay. That's not bad.
That stresses you out,
It's
doesn't
fine.
it?
It's fine. I am kind of stressed out on my wedding day, guys.
How much do you have left?
3.
Oh.
You have 3 left after
Three.
taking 3 right now?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
There's a lot of assisting going on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you get punted into the water and land with a like splish.
Mm-hmm.
I go.
And she and Steph just gracelessly goes thump onto her face. Like it's the down on the knees and then onto the face thing.
And Margaret's running downstairs.
Yeah, and you hear those high heels pulling closer.
Can Edgar hear the splashing?
He doesn't hear the splash.
Okay.
I'm thinking like she probably swept the leg with like the end of her scythe.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like booked it when he was falling over.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she's clearly retreating downwards.
Yeah.
So
Edgar's
the
not
lady in
happy,
high
so-
heels fled deeper into the catacombs, and the man in black follows.
Mm-hmm.
The man in
Man in
purple
tux.
sequence
Yeah.
followed. This
Yeah.
is a
Yeah. What's Jack up to?
Trying to make my way up to the airship. If necessary, taking out batsmen as quietly as possible along the way while avoiding getting shot from below by all the angry Mounties.
How dark is it down here? Up here?
I mean, are they getting married at night or is they getting married during the day? I thought it was during the day, right?
It's a wedding, so I'm assuming it's like,
Evening.
yeah.
Evening.
Going into the evening.
And I mean, Anglican cathedrals tend to have a lot of windows, so it's probably fairly bright up here.
Okay.
Like, I would need to be positioning myself. I'm not like skulking in shadows.
Okay.
I'm trying to get behind them or above them.
Well, and it's
Sunsets
also like
in half an hour.
I think it's like, yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm moving from rafter to rafter, climbing on the walls if I need to, trying to make it up to what I assume will part the airship at the peak.
You're avoiding them?
When if possible.
Okay.
If not, then I will happily stab them and add to my batsman count just to piss off Belle if I ever see her again.
Right.
God damn it.
It's the only thing she cares about other than killing that guy. Cool.
Well, that counts as fun.
So yeah, I mean, let's see a prowl, and I mean, I think a 5 is you get through clean, but they're gonna follow you, and like the 6 is you stab a couple, and a fail is you don't. And this is risky. I don't think there's any guns straight onto you right now.
Okay, cool. Alright, so risky, standard effect, no bonus dice from a prowls.
Nice. Yeah, you get across clean, and like you manage to, I mean, yeah, just duck, dodge, and weave. You might like, they may have known you were up there, but they didn't see you leave.
Can I like have jumped from one batsman gliding to another batsman and like have them break their necks on the walls on the way over?
Yeah.
To make the last jump. Okay.
Yeah, it's very like platformer where you bounce off of them.
Yeah, I Mario'd them.
Yeah.
On the way over.
Yeah,
and I'll just keep making my way up the thing. Sort of like I'll spare a glance down below to see like what kind of crap is happening. But mostly I want to get my ride and get out of here, and maybe try to make it to the rendezvous point if we established one.
I mean, I'm assuming you've established one. We can.
Guessing so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you make it to the outside. And you definitely see, like, a couple Night's Wing on the airship, because, of course, they're on the goddamn airship. That's why they have the glider cops.
Stupid air cops.
They just got, like, a fucking light on their heads that is whoop.
Well, imagine two of them, like, strapped together like those Cloud City cop cars, right?
I am the knight. And then, like, push a button. Cool. What's happening in Ogre Town?
Is that guy still alive?
Sam? Oh, yeah.
I like it.
He's probably trying to shout orders to Sevra, actually, is what he's doing right now. I'm thinking she's, like, gotten between you and the firing line and him. But she's facing Ogre, and she's like, we can leave. Like, we don't need to go down this road. We can still leave. We can still walk away. We can still make it all work.
What kind of pirate is this?
The kind that's been bought and paid for by the government.
Pirate, that's a privateer.
She's a privateer now. She did.
Ogre's gonna point at Sam. He's gonna say he has one chance to stand down.
He'll only stand down if you do.
I only defended myself and my friends.
Your friend who murdered someone
He's
in a
already
church
dead.
at a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
With a box of scraps.
I would like to point out that we are actually only responsible for one death so far.
No.
Yeah. responsible for.
Jack, you just
Yeah,
murdered two
yeah.
batsmen.
That's not happening
Oh,
right
they don't
here,
count.
though.
That's totally different.
Fucked up her
And
dad.
Como murdered her dad.
Oh, that
Yeah,
totally happened,
but
didn't it?
Como's
Okay.
dead, and like
Yeah,
we're not part
sorry,
of
my
that.
bad.
The
My bad.
governor, the
Yeah.
governor died. One of ours died. Got enough blood for today?
It is if you stand down and let these nice men arrest you.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm unarmed.
Are you going to are you trying to convince her of something?
I'm not sure if I'm talking to her or Sam.
Her.
Oh,
Sam is like shouting shit like arrest that terrorist at her. Because Sam is technically her boss.
Ogre's gonna cross his arms and he's say, "I think it's time for you to decide where your loyalties really are."
Good.
Sway.
I mean,
I'm not trying to sway anything. I'm just leaving this ball entirely in her court.
yeah. No, that's the play. That's the one. And I think she sighs and she hugs you. And like a hail of bullets just crashes off of her and she doesn't give a fuck. Kisses you on the cheek. And then like hucks you out a window
Okay.
just to get you clear.
Dude.
Okay. Do I have to resist damage from that?
No. No,
Okay.
she knows exactly what she's doing. And then just, yeah, like, turns around and yells, Sam, do not fuck with me right now.
On the way out, Ogre thinks to himself, I think I'm gonna marry that girl.
Gonna
He was
put a
gonna
ring
shout
on
it,
it
but
next
it
time
didn't
I
seem
see her.
like the time.
Bruno Mars starts playing.
As you hit the glass, will you marry me?
Oh shit, my family's still in there though.
Mm.
I mean, about half of them have fled. I think Mina's still lurking around somewhere waiting for her boss to make the first move. I think
Oh my God.
Mina's tougher than you by now.
I think on the way out, he's thinking I'm gonna marry her, but he says, "Get them out safely."
And I mean, like, she looks at you, winks, and has, like, a roguish smile.
Yeah, he's like, I'm definitely gonna marry her if she lets me.
Cool. So, yeah, you sail outside through, like, this shattered stained glass window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming landing on, like, a neighboring rooftop.
Probably.
And, yeah, there's a couple Nightwings who are like, wait, what the fuck? And then commence the fisticuffs.
Mm.
You can probably leave. You're a pretty slippery ogre. I think we're going to switch back downstairs and Margaret rounds a bend.
Hi. I've put the cuffs on Steph.
Okay. Good call.
Yes.
So you're standing like 20 feet from sort of like the passageway? Like the
Yeah.
doorway? Okay.
It's all right. We're done. We're just gonna take her someplace safe and drop her off and let her go.
Well, you can give her to me, dear. I'll make sure
Yeah,
she's
but
safe.
I don't trust you, and you used unkind words to me once.
Well, I can do worse than unkind words. And, like, just has her scythe out, basically.
Can
Yeah,
Edgar...
but I have a gun that shoots the fires of hell. And, like, your scythe is super scary.
I think she does, like,
But-
the jerk-off motion at you.
I mean, I don't really have a huge quarrel with you. I mean, I understand that you think that I'm tawdry and, like, low or whatever, but, you know, one of us accomplished revolution today, and the other one is holding a fucking sword.
Give me the scion, and I'll let you leave. She will remain, and, like, pauses, unharmed.
That sounds useful. Nora, sirens are good, right?
Nora's still in the water, swimming back to the.
Yeah, but she can talk. She just doesn't move with her mouth. I regretted every word in that sentence as it was coming out of my mouth.
Why?
No, but I don't remember what Belle doesn't remember the hierarchy of not angels, but of powered beings of Gastown.
Margaret is from that spooky squid people cult.
God
Yeah, and I don't recall liking those people.
No, you executed one of them summarily.
Oh, she bag of snake people?
Yeah.
Or is that
Yes.
something else? Yeah. Okay.
Snakes, yeah.
Yeah. So no. We're gonna keep the scion, and I'd appreciate it if you stopped and went away. I don't really want to have to kill you. You're not.
I think she's
Wait,
just like,
Hang
well,
on. She's a person that I don't like. This bag of snakes people.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll shoot her with the gun.
Cool.
The sun gun.
yeah. Let's see a hunt.
Can I assist?
From
Okay.
I think they were talking long enough. I'll put it to you this way, though. How does Edgar assist?
So I was chasing after her with my amazing reflexes.
Yep.
And before she can, I don't know, retaliate or defend herself from Belle's shot,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of hooks her scythe with his fencing sword and pulls it to the ground or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bell rolled not a 6.
Somehow she
Okay.
rolled a 7.
Th-
It's
this
covered
is,
in middle
uh,
fingers.
This is
is there the
Devil's bargain is you shoot
Devil's-
Edgar too, because it's the
Yeah.
sun cannon.
There's a giant
I'll take
sun-shaped
2
hole
stress
through
for
his
this,
finger.
Nora. I'll have you know that I'm taking 2 stress so as not to shoot Edgar. But
Your husband on your wedding day.
the end result of this is I'm going to stress out. So just keep that in mind.
Delicious.
I have one more stress remaining. So
Okay.
So the assist.
Unless you just blow the roll.
What are the odds of that?
That's amazing.
Holy
No,
shit,
hold
man.
on.
That's
Hold on. For those of
This
you at
has-
home, there were 6 die rolled. 5 of them were a 3, and 1 of them was a 1.
This is totally how it happens because of course Belle shoots Edgar.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike,
Mike, stop.
Yeah.
thank you for
already
this.
dead.
Thank you for this.
Well, I mean, this is not. I'm not fighting the head of state. So clearly, this is.
Yeah.
I just really quickly want to see how this would have gone if I did it.
I mean, it doesn't matter that she's not a head of state.
Is she representative of the regime that I'm trying to topple?
No, she's a subversive element.
So I'm acting not out of new Bell, but Petty Bell. So it makes thematic sense that she misses.
I think the sun cannon detonates in your hands.
I'll take it.
I think
I
everyone in the scene is going to take a level 3 harm.
Even Nora, she's behind Belle in the water still.
Yeah, but I mean shards of metal.
Hey, the sun exploded though?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the sun, right?
Sun.
It's the
Yeah.
room
like-
fills with plasma.
Yeah.
Plasma's like a
Gun
gas
was
but
cannon
angry.
just went off. Like,
So yeah.
I resist with insight.
mhm.
So yeah, I think everyone takes a level 3 harm. I think Belle also takes the level 2 harm of just shrapnel as well.
What's the ow my hands perhaps. Is there a way of resisting this, or I got 5 load? Can I lose armor for this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, which does the armor help you with? The fact that the sun briefly appeared next to you.
Well, it stops my torso from burning to nothing, and I merely have slags of iron where once armor was.
Okay.
So does that drop it down to 2 or
I think for Belle it was probably lethal, and this drops it down to the 3, honestly.
all right?
Does Bill have cool metal scars like Kylo Ren does in that movie trailer?
Fucking spoilers.
fucking movie trailer.
No.
Itself is a spoiler.
By the time this episode goes on air, everyone will have seen.
Remember that Star Wars
This will
movie
be
that
on
your
YouTube
grandchildren watched?
tonight.
Yeah. Like 20 minutes from 2 hours from now, an hour from now.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, if you're hearing this, I guess go watch the Star Wars trailer warning a guy has stuff on
Yeah.
his face.
Don't
Just
worry,
edit
we'll
it
put a
into
link in the
the
description
intro.
just to make sure. We'll
Anyway,
be like, watch this first.
so you get this reference 2 hours and 15 minutes in. Anyways, so yeah, sun, boom, detonates, metal everywhere. So Belle, you're resisting the level 4 harm down to 3 with armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is in the catacombs?
Yeah.
And is there
Are
I
there
think
like
this is like a big underground lake functionally.
so is there a way to resist something with rolling?
Yeah. You
And what
pay
happens?
you pay 6 stress minus the best die result.
Yeah, but it was more of a I'm not going to be able to roll insight for this. So
I mean, you could if you can justify it in the fiction.
I hear the sun gun making the sound that it's like that's not a good sound, and I throw it or something.
I like that you got that. That the gun exploded and that's not a good sound. Thank you for
Yeah.
this.
You're welcome. It's a deep cut. Here's for the writer's strike from 2004.
Mhm.
All right.
I watch that again.
So
Belle, you're horrible.
when I stress out,
Yep.
am I gone for the scene?
Heist.
What?
I
Heist.
thought it was seen.
heist? Yeah.
It's the score. You come back at the payoff.
So like for the rest of this thing, I'm done.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. I'll risk my character on not going away immediately.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, how's Edgar doing?
First of all,
Nora,
he's using his armor.
The water also the water Nora is swimming in like flash boils,
Oh, good.
and I mean Steph looks fine.
It becomes Louisiana in that cave.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Like Steph briefly like glows
mhm.
a shimmering golden radiance.
What happens to Margaret?
I mean, I think the sun cannon still fires.
Mhm.
It just also explodes.
Yeah.
So I also don't know that any of you know what happens to Margaret. Like there's a shadow of her on the wall behind, but I think everybody is picking themselves up after the sun briefly appeared and detonated.
Hmm.
Didn't she just Kenobi's away, essentially? There's just like
Yeah.
pile of
Anyway,
floating.
so Edgar is gonna go look for Nora really quick.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it's too hard to find her. How's Nora doing?
Not great. How so?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, Mike. It's exactly mop.
No. So Edgar's gonna fish Nora out of the water. Cause she is in serious need of help.
And is he like, this is the third time I've fished someone out of the drink?
Yes.
Actually,
Is Nora still in a wedding dress at this point? Like, partially scorched in her wedding dress?
Like it. It's not my character, but I like it.
yeah, I mean, anyways, so yeah, you fish her out of the drink.
Okay.
I'm guessing you weekend at Bernie's her over your shoulder
Mm-hmm.
to get her the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or at least to the side somewhere. I don't know. Huh? Belle collapsed or what?
Nope.
She's probably just standing there on fire.
Um,
On fire and you just don't give a shit?
Well, it's like it's got to be that like whether or not it was No, because thematically you're going with the wavered from path, paid the price sort of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, this is gonna be like but see, Steph is a member of the fucking is an symbol of authority.
Yep.
Yeah.
So giving her up was not then the right choice, regardless.
Um.
No, Margaret was there to
Edgar-
give you the easy way out,
Yeah.
but she's also a subversive element.
If I shoot Steph a whole bunch, she's not going to die, is she?
No.
Okay.
No, Jack has already figured it out. She's got what Como had.
What if I kick her into the river?
I mean,
I was gonna say drown her.
you can certainly try. Como never experimented with drowning that I'm aware of. I'll give you a hint, though. She's going to be okay. Belle might not know that.
Well, while that's happening, Edgar probably brings Nora over to Belle and asks if she has anything that can help with Nora's burns. Given that Belle is a physical.
What level injury is that?
3.
Also, Belle, to do anything without help requires you to take 2 stress.
All right. I mean, yeah, I can, but I'm done for the mission.
Shit. Well, I mean, Edgar would help you because he wants to help Nora.
I think you two can discuss amongst yourselves.
Okay.
And let's flip back upstairs and see what either Ogre or Jack are doing.
I think it's been longer since Jack's done a thing, so Jack, do a thing.
I mean, can we see each other? Can Ogre and Jack, because I know Ogre's on a nearby rooftop.
Ogre just made an entrance that Jack might be envious of. Or an exit.
Nice. Alright, without giving away my position, I would try to, wave, get Ogre's attention, and then just, essentially go airship of Nightwings. No more Dick Graysons on my ship.
Your ship?
First, I'm putting on the hat, brother. Ogre, and Jack can have this conversation at elevation. We're get out of here
at a time that is not now.
So you're indicating that we should leave?
I am leaving.
Ogre, your ship is covered in a bunch of fucking vigilante assholes.
But Belle and Nora and Edgar's not here.
Right, but you can't leave presently anyways. The airship is
what's
not
the problem?
ready.
That's true.
Jack is going to start sneak stabbing batsmen.
Cool. Let's see it.
Do it.
What am I looking at for a situation here?
I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 of them on the ship, and one of them definitely has fancier Nightwing armor.
Okay. Great. I assume that means it's desperate.
They haven't noticed you yet because you snuck out clean.
Yep.
So right now you're out batsing the batsman.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my God.
Yard. Standard effects.
So this will be risky because they will fight back if they notice you.
That's fine. I don't think I'm going to push myself because I'm getting kind of low on stress.
Mm-hmm. Would you like a devil's bargain? Cool.
5.
Yeah. So I think you get 1. And well, I mean, how'd you kill this person?
I probably sneak stab 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then my goal is to use the manacles that are in my inventory that I never use.
Yep.
To sneakily manacle the body of that one to the head batsman.
Okay.
and then like kick the
My
body over the edge of the ship.
So with
God.
a 5, you can't get the head batsman, but you can get like another one.
Okay.
All
right.
But the other one totally Wilhelm screams
Great. That
as he
sounds
goes
awesome.
over the edge.
You can't see my face, but Ogre is like he feels a deep kinship with you right now.
Is Ogre like,
Telling
that'll
you.
do, Rip? That'll do.
We're
Manacle-based
super
murder.
bros. We just don't know it yet. Yeah, cool. I will kick the body over, and hopefully it will at least drag that dude down a
Oh, yeah.
ways and away from the ship.
They're both gone.
How many
and
remain?
Whatever I said -2. I think I said like 4 or 5.
Oh, I thought you
there's
just said
still a
there were
number.
a bunch.
So I think it's like 2 or 3, but one of them is angry.
Okay. I think Ogre's just gonna yell at him.
Mhm.
Hey assholes, get off my blimp.
That sounds like a command. What are you trying to accomplish with this? Like, if you succeed, what do you get?
I want Batman closer to me so I can kill them.
Okay. I mean, you could also get up there.
Yeah, but then there's like the whole can I get up there and then like do an attack? Or do I have to roll to get up there successfully?
I think you can just get up there.
Okay.
Sever tossed you to a strategic location.
Oh, she's sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna get up there and then I'll be a lot closer and say, "Hey assholes, get off my blimp."
Mhm.
As I think the goal is to basically punch through the face of one and use his body to beat another one to death. I don't care which ones.
I've missed Ogre.
Yeah, me too.
For some reason, that makes me think of a skirmish.
Okay.
You're like, I was going to go with study, but if you
I
say
believe-
so.
Look, there's a fine art to killing people, and I think you'll find that this is finesse,
Yeah.
because this is the art that I do. Risky?
Desperate. They're
Okay.
aware.
But
Oh,
Ogre
because I
turned
shouted,
down
"Hey
the art.
assholes."
And also Wilhelm scream.
It was definitely a thing that happened that last round.
Okay, so I had a question.
Mhm.
I have 2 different moves that key off of you can push when you push yourself. This
Yeah.
happens.
I
they
don't know
both-
that you get both. I don't think you do.
What if I gave you $1?
No. Wait, American?
Yeah, it's worth more than
American
ours.
dollars.
Because that's a
Like a
$1.27
$1.70
up here.
Canadian.
Yeah. Still no.
You could get something from Timmy's.
It's a loony and a quarter.
I could also not get something from Timmy's. Yeah, we don't have pennies up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could also not get something from Timmy's and generally be happier.
Okay. So I'm not gonna beat one with the other one. I want to punch one so hard, his soul comes out and his body explodes.
Roll it.
His soul comes out.
So explodes into just like a fine red mist, or explodes into something harmful? Because I don't think you get it to be harmful.
No, I want other Batmen to be splattered with hair
Okay.
and teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna push myself to do the superhuman strength.
Yes.
Or whatever, small gang, yada
Yeah.
yada.
No, when you
Got a 6.
there you go.
So when I unleash physical violence, it's especially frightening.
Mhm.
There you go.
Mhm.
Do any of
Nice.
the Batmen shit themselves?
Um,
Aside from the one I just killed, because I know that happened. So.
yeah, the one remaining not fancy one,
Mhm.
definitely like in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fancy one, I think, is just gonna come at you. So you haven't scared her, but you have scared the other mook,
Okay.
and she's either gonna come at you or at Jack, and either cut her really.
If she's still coming, I
Yep.
think he's gonna do the Keanu Reeves thing where he just has one hand behind his back and is like, "Come on," but this one's covered in gristle.
Yeah.
I have a plan for that, actually. That'll be awesome.
But yeah, cool. Do we flip back downstairs?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, Edgar will do whatever Belle asks him to do to help Nora.
2 episodes ago, that would have been a very dangerous statement.
I know. But he don't care, it's his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do that whole wound transfery empath thing that I did earlier with Oracle
Yeah.
for Nora.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you just, absolved her of it functionally.
Yeah. And I'm gonna apologize, and that's how it works. I'm sorry, this is my fault, sort of thing.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna just, put a twist in this.
Mm-hmm.
Does Belle get better, or does Nora? And this is Belle choosing.
Nora gets better.
Okay. Cool.
I'll take the level 2 harm boiled Nora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Nora's 2, 3 goes away?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you functionally eat her sin.
There you go. Well, is it her sin? Or
yeah, I mean, you take
Your
ownership
own
of
sin
your own.
reflected.
Yeah.
right. But just hers, not Edgar's.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, so...
Edgar hasn't earned that from me yet.
No, but upon seeing this, Edgar's, saying something to Nora, and then he probably leans over and kisses Sybil on the cheek.
I think the first child is going to be named Sybil regardless.
Yes. No. If it's a boy, their name will be Bill.
Okay. Or Sid. Or Sid
Yeah.
dash Bill.
Yes.
All good.
Okay.
Billy the Kid.
And if you have another kid, they can be siblings.
Nice. Nice.
Damn it.
There we go. Well fucking played. I don't mean this sarcastically. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I
Yeah.
very much am. That came to me and I was like, words time.
Yep.
Because
That
we're
was
proud
solid.
of you.
Mm-hmm.
That was really solid.
So yeah, is Steph getting kicked in the underground lake?
No.
Weird euphemism.
Aaron, I hope you're not proud of yourself anymore.
I'm sorry.
Can't take
Broke
you
Aaron.
anywhere. All right, Jack, what's
Look.
happening? Or Belle, are you 3 getting out from there?
Yeah, I think we're we'll head out.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably know of a way to get outside from this lake.
Yes. Almost certainly you do.
Swim up.
I mean, that might be it. Is it underwater?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I mean, Edgar is probably helping
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie for sure.
Oh, really?
Well, because
Because Belle said get her out of there.
yeah, but also, I mean, he's going to let Nora swim herself out because she's better.
Okay.
And he gave her private swimming lessons.
Private swimming lessons.
Yes.
Who's helping Belle?
Edgar. So he's got one arm with Steph and then the other kind of looped around Belle.
Okay.
Just because he's that great of a swimmer. He fished Ogre and Belle out of the water at one point.
Yep.
On a rope.
Mhm.
So he can do it.
Yeah, I'm not that. There's nothing opposing you here other than so it
Yeah.
happens. So do you pop out somewhere in English Bay basically, or?
Yes. Also, he swims away with the knowledge that Margaret is a coward who ran away.
Yeah, she quit your duel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So much for that
Sun
master
cannon
duelist.
explosion.
Your self-satisfaction makes you buoyant.
Yes.
And your soul effulgent.
Effulgent.
Effulgent. God damn it, I fucked up. All right, cancel the podcast, everyone. This was cool.
Bye,
This has been a
Come on.
D&D podcast.
We're done.
We're done.
The real point is never try.
I just,
Speaking of not trying,
Aaron's
what's
such
Jack
a
up to?
high standard, and now we don't have the words super good to keep up with her.
Okay, what's jacking in?
Okay, so in my head, the scene on the airship
Mhm.
is that like lead bat person,
Yep. Bats
like
lady.
on the very top of the airship.
Yep.
Ogre's standing.
Oh yeah,
in
you're
front
of course
her,
you're on
was it?
top of the balloon. Yes. Pardon?
Was standing in front of her, like giving her the kung fu like come at me.
Come at me, sis.
I have killed enough of these dudes. I would probably know how their like glider thing works.
Okay.
Am I right in that? Like,
Yeah.
is it
I'll
like
give you
a
that.
glider apparatus they have to get into, or is it like built into their suit? How does this work?
It's built into their suit. Like the reason I keep not correcting anybody when I say Batman is because that's basically it. Or when you say Batsman, is they are functionally a gang of Batmen and Batwomen.
Except they suck at it like real hard.
I mean, it's the law of ninjas.
Yeah.
So the last Nightwing will actually be Dick Grayson.
Okay, so what I want to do with Jack, knowing that top of the airship, and I'm somewhere down below, right?
Mhm.
Is an airship. It's a blimp, so it's got to have like ropes, right?
Yep.
What I want to do is I want to take the rope and I want to take a run and jump into space off one side of the airship and curve back around to the top of the airship and essentially come up behind the batsman,
Mm-hmm.
the head batsman. I want to tie it around her neck, and then I want to haul her off the back of the airship
And
while
hang
holding
her?
onto her to try to put.
Like you're looping a rope around somebody's neck and then letting gravity take over.
So since she would be gliding normally, I'll probably have to like hold on to her
Well, yeah.
to. Yeah. But yes, that's the idea. I want.
I think because of the move and fancy, it's a desperate prowl.
That's fine. I'm gonna have to push myself probably to do this.
It's either desperate prowl or desperate skirmish.
We're calling it a desperate prowl.
Okay.
I'm gonna be pushing myself.
Mm-hmm.
If this is successful, I have a thing to say to her before she dies.
Nice. Okay. I love death one-liners. Okay, so that's 2 bonus dice.
Mm-hmm. What's the second one for? Oh, pushing yourself. And
Pushing
why? 'Cause
myself
it's
to get
desperate.
the Devil's Footsteps going
I'm
because
gonna-
I'm essentially like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a stress to aid since I am basically being the biggest distraction possible right now.
True,
Yes.
like literally.
Mhm.
Ogre is the biggest physical distraction possible.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm arrow flinting around the blimp
Mhm.
the long way to do this.
Okay, do it. Do it good. Okay. So
Nailed
before it loops around her neck, Ogre smiles and he goes, "You know what your problem was? You thought we'd fight fair." And then like you loop it and then hang her.
Christ. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, like you get what you want, and I think the person who soiled themselves, like, do you remember that white supremacist who like pulled off the polo shirt?
Yeah.
That's him.
I
Wait,
imagine
are you
that.
saying he's a white supremacist or he just took off his uniform? This is very important on whether we crash an airship into him.
I mean,
Mhm.
have you met this government?
Okay, they don't
True.
necessarily have to be different. I'm just asking for this specific thing. What can we determine? Is he a skinhead or does he just
You
want-
don't know his internal politics, but he did join a vigilante group that basically put down criminals in a authoritarian state.
there but before the flip of a coin go we?
So I imagine that like since I had to like apply my body weight,
Yeah.
I have to climb back up to the airship, right?
I'm pulling you up.
Like
She's super
Ogre's
dead.
pulling me up from the roof, and you pull me up, and I essentially just step off on the balcony where white supremacist shirt dude is.
Yep.
And then I sort of give him a look.
And he's like, I didn't mean to, man. I just thought it would be fun.
I'll just point to the nearest, the stairs or the gangplank.
I think, yeah. You basically told him to kill himself.
Are we in the air? Like, how far up are we?
I'm imagining this ship doesn't actually dock so much as like there are, like you've got ropes and stuff to get up to it. So like,
He just
wait, idea.
did he take off the glider? Is that what he pulled off?
yeah,
Okay,
Shit.
Jack. So Ogre's
Yeah.
gonna come up and he's gonna say, "So the real way to get your name out there is you got to leave one alive, but you never make it easy for him." So like, I'm gonna hold up the rope with the dead person on the end. I'm gonna say, "Climb on, and we'll lower you down."
he's just like locks eyes with Ogre, which I guess is more like this.
Yeah.
Just like, and just like, yeah, like
We're like the visual of us like flying the airship so that his dead boss drags across a rooftop and he has to like climb down the rope.
yeah. So
It's perfect.
so Bella and Nori, you get out of the catacombs and into like the ground floor of this cathedral.
Yes. I was planning on
Oh no, you swam out. Sorry.
Yes, Edgar's leading all of them out.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my god. I would like to what does it look like when we get out of the water?
I mean, there's definitely the airship.
Yes.
It's got a new decoration,
Uh-huh.
which is
in the water, like over to pick them up on the beach.
well, which
They're
is
on
like which is apparently two bodies, one of them moving, one of them very still
I have
at the end of a rope.
I have a question for when we leave, Andrew. Remind me to come back to it.
Okay.
That dude can get off at any time now.
I mean,
Phrasing?
what's a ship without a mermaid, right?
It's an anchor. It's just an anchor shaped like a bat person.
I was gonna say that decoration is pretty well hung, but Mike's was better. when Zach said he can get off at any time now. Anyways,
Andrew, check chat.
no, I saw. I
Jesse's back.
No, it's not
Back
that.
again.
It's definitely not that. It's definitely a different thing. Yeah. So you pop out in the harbor. I'm guessing the airship is floating lazily above.
Yeah.
I took my hat back.
There's Severa, like basically as soon as Nora, Crow, Belle, and Steph breached the surface of the water,
Yeah.
Severa is there to like huck you up a little bit, and then just basically Hulk jumps up as well.
Yeah, Edgar's probably helping whoever needs help getting up the rope.
Steph is literally unconscious.
Yeah, so like he's probably put her arms around his neck and he's climbing the rope.
Like a fireman carry thing.
Well, and she's handcuffed.
Yeah. So, he's climbing up the rope, and then Nora, and then probably Belle, and then several. Where's Mina?
I mean, she's gone. I never introduced her officially, so I mean, I'm not tracking her.
Okay.
Bell is using the exploded carcass of the sun cannon as a walking stick.
Probably, yeah.
So Edgar's probably climbing up as fast as possible since he could probably maneuver the ship the best to avoid that retaliation.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's still, like, some soldiers milling about on the ground. Severa is, like, actually wounded, which, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever seen her bleed before.
Yeah.
Wait, who's wounded?
Severa.
Severa.
Oh, damn.
You left her alone.
Yeah, everybody's messed up.
By way of her throwing me out a fucking window.
Yes.
I didn't leave anybody alone.
You did, but not by choice. Anyways,
She left her alone.
fair. But she's alive, and I mean, like, wounded, but she's still moving about like she does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ogre's gonna try to like put himself under one of her arms, or walk around, even though she's probably gonna try and be
No,
stubborn.
she's barely limping.
Hmm.
She's fine. She looks like she has a stiff leg.
Yeah.
There's about
But
a
what-
dozen bullets in her shin, but she
Yeah.
she just looks like her leg's a bit stiff.
Before she probably shrugs him off and tells him to stop being an idiot, he's
Yeah.
gonna tell her, hey,
She actually
We
says,
should-
"Stop being patronizing."
we should never. We should go out and talk though, at some point. If you're
Just-
not too busy.
Yeah, we can take my boat, and gestures at the airship.
Jack already has a hat on and is behind the wheel of the airship.
I hired a chauffeur.
He's making vroom vroom noises.
Yeah, that's awful presumptuous, given that this is mine. Which one of us has more piratical experience, honey?
Edgar's
I've commandeered several boats though, so
She looks at you in that way that's like, you're adorable.
Dorkable.
look, yeah, so kind of that's part of what I wanted to talk to you about, I guess. Can we do this outside? I'm kind of bad at things, talking about things.
Yeah.
Right, people.
What's Belle up to?
I mean, I feel like I should probably be looking for people to snipe.
Okay.
Like-
I mean, you're also pretty beat up. You're pretty
Yeah.
beat up, but you're also obsessed. So I mean,
Right. So I kind of feel like if there is anybody authority-wise around, I'm gonna shoot them with a gun.
there's
As I'm
literal
limping
cops
around.
on the streets. But I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't seem super interesting to have a role here because you're basically have escaped.
Yeah. So as she walks forward, she just does that thing where she's gun with her off, caps one of them just to continue the process.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying that nobody says F the fireman.
Except we did in Concord.
Except we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you guys, that's the fireman pretty bad.
I
Yeah.
accidentally retweeted that from the podcast account, not the personal account.
Feel bad. Anyways.
I didn't change it though, so
Okay.
let that aside.
Anyways. Yeah. Does anyone have anything they want to do before yet again a season of Gastown ends with an airship flying off into a sunset?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to point out that at least the church isn't burning down.
That's true. All the damage to the church wasn't us caused. Just saying.
Except for the catacombs that got exploded.
Those don't count. Those are separate.
Yes.
The pews
Those don't count either. They're furniture.
in season
the
one.
blood.
Belle shot one of the sniper towers at the church with the sun cannon. So
This
yes.
church.
We have a history with this church.
Every
church.
season ends at this church just messing it up.
No, this was the zombie apocalypse episode before the season finale.
So yeah, if nobody else was to do a thing, I think Ogre's gonna try to take Severa up to the top of the airship for a talk.
Okay.
Um,
What is it, Ori?
Is it the talk?
It is, what is it, Ori?
well, so about the whole, me making decisions for you thing. I mean, you went out on a limb there and stood up for me, which not a lot of people have done outside of.
She probably lifts you up the slight difference in height and smooches you. She's like, I thank you for bringing me back to me. I feel better.
So, it was nice helping people, but I don't know if I can stop doing this anymore. And if you're okay with that, I kind of think it would be nice if we did this sort of thing like together. If you know what I mean,
She gets down
like
on one
together.
knee.
No, no, I was. You can't be the captain of everything.
Nailed it.
She gets down on one knee. Doesn't have a ring for you, but says, "Ogre, will you be my first mate?"
Under his breath, he goes, "Dang, that's good," and then he like tackles her. Actually, I think, I mean, he's gonna say yes, but I think it's good to have like as the boat flies off, the airship flies off in the distance. It's her kneeling in like silhouette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the back of the airship,
Mhm.
Edgar and Nora are just kind of sitting together, looking at the city as they fly off.
Yep.
They're holding hands.
Mhm.
And they're probably talking about where they go from there, just quietly to themselves.
Where do we go?
From here.
I just imagine Belle comes up behind them, like still really hurt and stuff, and like they both like put their arm around her and include their her just in their embrace.
Sometimes a family is a husband, a wife, and their fucked up dominatrix friend.
Who is obsessed? What is Bella obsessed with again?
I
I mean,
think
lots
she,
of stuff now at
Yeah.
that point.
Ogre. There's at least one bat signal still, or bat symbol still on the ship, right? Because that dude stripped.
Yep.
Bend that into a ring, Ogre,
Then I win.
because you had the ring.
I think we probably like I rip it in half and hand half of it to Severa, and we have a ring, basically, and see who can make it quickest.
She wins.
Of course.
Yeah.
Actually,
Does she let me win?
I was gonna say, does she let you finish first?
God.
Oh.
But yeah, she also totally won on the line department. So that's the one that matters when you're a pirate.
That's true.
What's next for Belle? Like in a
I'm not
month,
sure.
in a month when Belle is, back and ready.
That is an excellent question.
Okay. Cool. Anyone else have any unfinished business, or do we do end of session?
Jack is super happy to be inexpertly piloting this airship right now.
Yeah,
Too
Edgar's gonna leave Nora and Belle to maybe talk about Nora giving back the position at the Ver, or whatever assets she got from that. And he's going to pat them on the shoulder, and then he's gonna go over to Jack, cross his arms, kind of watch, be mused for a bit, clog his head.
Are you backseat driving?
Yeah.
On your fucking honeymoon?
Yeah.
He probably even adjusts the hat that Jack took from Ogre's like spare hat.
I think that's a better way to end like that.
I think, yeah, and the hat is enormous on Jack too.
Ooh,
Like, it's-
Do you come up behind him and say, "Ugh, you're doing it all wrong," and like he looks over, and then you fix his hat, and that's it?
Yep.
Fly, little bird, fly.
And he just like pats Jack on the shoulder and then turns to walk back.
Do you call him like Little Sparrow or something?
Yes. Probably something like I call him Robin.
There you go. Not Mockingbird?
No.
What is it like? Oh, it's Mockingjay. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think that's where we end this season with the power structure of Gastown literally in shambles.
That's super bad. Super, super bad.
All right.
I mean, not for us, but yeah.
Belle,
Yes,
you addressed a challenge with tracking or violence.
I did.
Mhm.
I addressed 2 challenges: the tracking and violence.
Yes. So take your 2. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I think that I did that appreciably okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. No, that's another 2.
Even in failure.
Mm-hmm. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
I displayed issues with my vice and trauma. Did I struggle with them?
I think using the sun cannon indoors was indoors in Edgar's direction.
Okay.
Was possibly
yeah, that was ill-advised.
I was going to say like counterindicated by the instructions on the device.
Well, it just says point away from face and fire.
Stand towards enemy.
Front towards enemy. Cool.
And towards Edgar. It always has to go towards Edgar.
So yeah, that's 5 XP, I think.
Okay.
Crow?
Did
nice
I
portrait.
get payback against someone who harmed me or someone who I cared or someone I cared about?
Did you?
I think I got payback against Margaret.
Yep. I mean, you also could argue that you got payback against like the state.
Yeah,
You paid the
I
crap
saved
back
the
out of
man.
the state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was assisted.
If your crew helped you get payback. Also mark crew XP. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Crow
I'll mark
has
her crew
shamed
XP.
Margaret.
Pardon?
I said Crow has shamed Margaret into running away from a duel.
Yeah, that's definitely why she ran away.
Yep.
Yeah.
With her
All
squid
Crow.
tails between her legs.
Bell
With-
marks
with-
6 XP for that shit, and the crew marks an XP too, right?
Yep, I already did for the crew.
Cool. Beyonds.
I just need to is married on Edgar's sheet instead of engaged.
Nice.
You addressed a challenge with influence or deception.
Setting up the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wanted to say the duel, like, should not read chat. I wanted to say he took advantage of the risky thing, like earlier when there was an opening.
Yep.
Just like all eyes were on Ogre. Everyone thought Ogre was gonna make the first move.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Did I ever?
Yeah, just take 2. Struggled with issues from your vice or trauma.
I was pretty reckless.
Yeah? Yeah, you were
I
like,
got
yeah, I'll fucking...
sun cannoned.
Everyone got sun cannoned in that room, but you were like, yeah, I'll hold down this person who's about to be shot by the sun cannon. Sure. So yeah, no, you were reckless twice. Once because you're like, yeah, I'll fucking duel the best duelist in the city.
Yes.
So yeah, take 6 total because
Yep.
I miss and I also don't miss the original crew. And here's another argument for why I don't miss the original crew. Bodyguard, ghost fighter, savage, not to be trifled with, the devil's footsteps, forged in fire.
Hi, that's me.
Oh, you put the gang move on your sheet.
Yeah, just so I wouldn't forget it.
Yeah. Address a challenge with violence or coercion.
Yeah. If you need an enumeration, I beat a guy with pews and I punched a guy so hard he exploded.
Pews,
So
pews.
So when you hit Sam with the pews, did you collect any useful data from that pew polling or?
Just some background rage just in my brain for some reason. I can't figure it out.
I have that effect on people.
It's still too soon for polling errors.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I mean, a lot of his stuff is like stand up for what you believe in, protect your friends, and I kind of think he did that in spades, at least this in the beginning part.
Yeah, no one he cared about died.
Yep. Which is good because it would have become a scorched earth operation very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I really struggled with issues from my traumas. I could see maybe an argument for like I had an issue with my vice because that's my obligation to my family, and I had to like
Yeah, but
disagree slash argue with my mom because she was there, but that would be kind of a stretch. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I don't know that necessarily you struggled with that so much as just, if anything, that's your background and heritage. Again,
Yeah, that makes sense.
cool.
So that gives me 4 XP,
Yeah.
which is enough to level up and pick another ability.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't have enough yet.
I'll have to look at sheets and see if I could find another one that I like.
I mean, Battleborn's pretty good, or Vigorous.
Vigorous is very good, but I wanna shop around and make sure I'm getting the best
That's
deal.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, now do Como.
No,
Oh,
we actually the next person on my list here is Catherine Shadowsun, who did not appear in this film.
How about No, Zach? Ooh.
Actually, next up on the list is Nora. You addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Planning to.
Just take your two. Expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Fuck you! I'm rebelling. I'm not with this.
Oh man, I didn't have your mother do anything horrible
No,
and shitty.
and you know what?
Because no one rolled. Because everyone, when I was gonna have like all of your family be there and be collateral damage, everyone rolled 6s.
I know. I was gonna shoot my own mother.
There's a lot of patricide going on here.
Out of context, that's a great sentence there, Jordan.
I mean, that's matricide. Also, she did just spend like a minute with her mother-in-law, so.
Yeah. No, hold on. First of all, she's a sweet lady.
Mm-hmm.
She basically said when I said I was going to be unavailable tonight, it's fine. They're just going to ditch me and go to the bar.
Nice.
Without me.
It's a good place for it.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, background. Struggled with issues from your vice or trauma.
No.
No, you weren't ever really cold.
No.
Does anyone care that Como died in a hail of gunfire?
Not really.
I mean, I feel pretty bad about it.
Oh,
Ogre
actually,
didn't know her, but like he's pissed off that like a member of the gang fell.
Mm-hmm.
Nora is upset only for one reason.
Because Como had a special rock that kept trains away.
Earlier, I was toying around with the idea of doing like a flashback where Como and Nora had rigged the bouquet to explode when she tosses it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But we never got to do that, so.
Well, now I'm sad.
Yes, that would have been awesome.
Cool. Oh god, I moved the map. There we go. Cool, so that's Nora. Skip Como for some reason. Jack.
She's just sleeping.
Okay.
No, she's not.
Just with the fishes.
She's in a ghost field upstate.
Yeah. It's a really nice ghost field. Up province, up north, outside of the lower Maine. She's up in Squamish.
Yeah.
Has anybody else seen the movie In Bruges?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a magical place.
Yeah. Basically that.
I've also been to Bruges.
In fucking Bruges. How was it?
Exactly like the movie, which is weird. Except less horse tranquilizers.
Well, you just gotta know where to look.
But why though?
You addressed a challenge with violence or coercion.
I hooked that one dude to that other dude and threw them off an airship, and then I wrapped a rope around a lady's neck and threw her off an airship. There's very airship violence. There's very high density of airship violence.
Yeah.
In this episode.
So, I just want to take a brief digression here because I've already discussed it with the four of you. But if I run Blades again, which I'm probably going to do because I really like this system, I do want to change this second XP trigger to from you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, because that just kind of feels really broad and vague to like a burning wheel style belief. And I want to say that like for someone like Jack, I murder someone in an extravagant fashion is absolutely a valid belief.
I will murder
that
them
one
as
for Ogre,
quickly as possible to make a name for myself as a murderer.
Exactly. Like that's perfect. So I mean, yeah, I just wanted to point that out as a thing that A, I'd like to change about this game going forward, and B, that's like the way you said those things was like it perfectly encapsulated your character for me. Anyways, express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I invited the people I wanted to kill to the death party so that they got deathed.
Yep. Although you didn't kill all of them, there were still 3 people on the conspiracy who didn't get dead.
Yeah, well, we gotta save something for the next season, right? Like,
Yep.
I got them dead. I'm not sure if wanting to be like important on an airship is part of my belief system, but it definitely is now.
It
That's definitely a
hasn't
thing.
been prior, but cool.
So our next game is going to be airship rakes.
Pirates. We're air pirates, clearly.
So I mean, like,
We can't stop here. This is Batsman Town.
this is what I was gonna ask. Like, this is why I was asking, like, what's Belle's next step? Because, like, are you just gonna like convince these rogues to fly around the world while you topple governments? Because if you want to go to like whale punk Colombia, I can do some fucking research or something.
It'd probably be easier to get Severa on board if we're not trying to overthrow the government she actively works for too.
Yeah, worked. Past tense.
When you
clearly
try to
before.
murder your boss, that's a pretty strong resignation letter.
I mean,
Or
probably.
if you succeed, then that's a promotion.
Generally, still no. Generally, it's still a crime.
Raiding not Quebec via airship next year. Is that what's
I mean, yeah,
happening?
you could float on over to Montreal.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Or like
Awesome.
hit up Edmonton on the way and loot both dollars of actual culture or something. I spent 20 years in Edmonton last year.
That's how time works.
That's how time works in Edmonton. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
I feel like getting all of my kill list in one place at one time to try to get them killed, and then but I didn't really suffer for it. The only way I did get shot at in order to kill 2 of them, but that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, I don't. Again, like I think that's more the second thing than the third thing, which is why breaking out the second thing into a different, like, I have this one specific thing that I want to do.
I wish the trauma was worded in a way where you play with the trauma, like in character, but like I don't know.
I mean,
I get why it has to be like a negative effect, but like,
well, and like, yeah, it's you have to hit yourself to get the money and like that, or to get the payout, and that's a very Burning Wheel thing as well. Actually, is like you pay points, like you spend points to hurt your character at creation, so that you can milk those things for more XP as you play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could have stayed down there and kept like trying to kill the other people on the list.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
I chose the better part of valor and got out.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
To the roof to fight bad people.
Pancakes from scratch.
Scratch cakes.
With Okanagan maple syrup. Anyways, we just have the gang left. Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation.
No, this was deception.
This was an execution. Contend with
right there in the list.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
That was a walk in the park.
The Archon of Discipline, and also all of the police and the batsmen.
Mm-hmm.
And that lady,
mm-hmm.
Batwoman, was probably
emphasis
there
on
somewhere.
Was.
Yeah.
Is that more than one XP?
Now she's down there.
There was a lot of challenges above our station. Or are they all considered one part?
Nope.
Okay.
It's Or instead mark 2 if that item occurred multiple times. So you contended with
gotcha.
challenges above your current station
Yes.
multiple times. So you got 2. Bolster your crew's reputation.
I think
Or
we did
develop a
both
new
of
one.
those. Defiant, hey, fuck your government, we're going to kill the governor. And vicious, hey, I'm going to hang your prized batsman from a rope and fly it through town.
We may have to retie it around her outfit, but she's staying there.
Because
I mean,
only when you
also-
have suffered enough will you be allowed to die.
when you hit
Also-
speed, she totally does turn into a kite.
Yay!
Also,
That's
we
what I
have
was asking,
staff.
Andrew.
Yes. That's the other
She
thing
like,
is
floats behind.
is you have kidnapped a person who expressly wishes to murder Belle. And I mean anybody who gets in between her and Belle.
Yes.
Okay, so we just have to kill her first.
Good job. Good
I'm
luck.
not really that attached to Belle anyway, so it's probably fine.
That's fair.
Okay, if you and I are going to be bros, you have to be cool with Belle.
That's not to say he
Look,
wasn't
Jack-
cool with Belle. He's a
Jack has a lot to learn about working in a group. He's the kid that runs with scissors and doesn't play well with others. So,
What do you have? A knife.
that kid is Jack.
Yes.
I will take you under my wing, and if you fail me, you will join the batsman.
He's gonna hang Jack down below.
So we're at 4 so far. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yes. We fucking assassinated the governor.
The government, no one left behind.
No
no.
No one
Fuck,
was
can
left
we-
behind.
Okay, she was dead. We can't fix that.
I mean, I
So-
probably could.
No one was left behind, and nothing of
Can we-
value died.
If you
Can we add
I'll
fuck
do
the
real
bat
man
people?
I was
To our
going to
beliefs.
say that, but I didn't.
I think
Well,
that's
now
a-
that the batsmen are part of the government, they still fall under the umbrella of
Yeah.
fuck the government.
Yeah.
True.
So that's
We were killing him before that, though.
Mhm.
so
Your
we
ga-
get a level up and 3 XP.
Your gang are hipster shadows because you were killing them before they were government.
Yeah.
Good times. All right, I think
Ooh.
that's
Yeah. Level up
So,
for next
Question.
session.
Bughounds level up at all?
I mean, actually, that's a very good
On
argument.
site.
3 out of 4.
Are we gonna roll all the
Wait,
gangs
wait.
together, or are we gonna roll everybody into the foghounds?
I think.
so let's talk about the support apparatus of the gang.
Let's be the
Like,
risen.
with the
fog.
Risen, we actually had, or with Risen, we didn't actually have anybody.
Mhm.
With the Foghounds, we had like a crew of people like supporting us.
Did you? I don't
Yeah,
think
we
you-
had people like
Oh, you had Myra and Talitha. Right.
yeah, we had a variety of
Yeah.
handfuls of people that were
Mhm.
supposed to, whose job was to like port for us,
Mhm.
like carry shit around, things like that.
Yep.
The Risen were basically us 4,
Yes.
for certain values of 4,
Yeah.
and
Oh, the Foghounds are tier 2, right? So you've got
Yeah.
like that's up to like 20 people.
Yeah.
so if we're going to be becoming sky pirates,
Mm-hmm.
Skyritz,
Right, is it-
please.
We're gonna need more ropes. Is the upside?
I
That
thought it
was
was gonna
it.
be Reapers. I think is our
Wait.
is our future.
The
Wait.
last thing that Jack says in the episode, I think, is like, we're gonna need a bigger rope.
I have a small thing I want to do. So on the back of
Let's finish the end of session for the Foghounds, then we can get into stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
are we doing this
Wait,
for the
the Foghounds or for the
Foghounds
Risen?
instead?
Foghounds. We just did the Risen.
yeah.
I was gonna
I
say
don't
the
have
Risen. The Risen might continue to be our group. We'll just rebrand them as pirates. Get it?
Yeah.
Because the Risen, because they float.
I like it.
Mhm.
Our
But
tagline can
I
be
don't have
we all
access
float
to
up
the-
here.
I don't have access to the sheet for the Foghounds. So
No,
if
I've
you wanna make
got it in front of me.
Okay.
Execute a successful smuggling or acquire new clients or contraband sources. Holy shit, you literally did that once!
We acquired a new contraband source.
Look,
What?
we had
The
grand
ruins of the
at
government.
beginning.
Black metal.
Content with challenges above your current station. Yeah, you get 2 for that. Bolster your crew's reputation, daring and benevolent,
Daring, yes.
or develop a new one.
Well,
Benevolent,
What?
yes. We're bringing down the government.
could we move?
exactly.
for
Let's
everyone.
talk about benevolent anarchism here. This is totally benevolent anarchism.
Could we be daring and defiant instead of daring and benevolent now?
I mean, yeah, I think season 3 is going to be a blending of these gangs.
Yeah.
Smugglers, clearly.
So, also, Jordan made a very important argument.
We smuggled Stephanie out.
We did.
It's true.
So,
We
yeah,
totally kidnapped a person.
It only counts if you consider people as property, though, man.
I'm
mean,
giving you
it's
that
not a
one.
skit.
Jeff's Bell's property now.
Okay.
That's creepy.
So much for that
We're
new link.
smuggling that bat suit out of town.
No, this is Belle being her obsession is being overly
happening?
friendly and familiar with people.
So, bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. You were definitely daring.
Yeah.
Are we making the benevolence argument?
No.
You destroyed less property than the government.
It's true.
I
Think about it. We're the good guys. We only kidnapped a person and then stabbed another person.
For the
went through
Everything
fog,
else.
in the beginning to not outright murder everyone.
for the foghounds, you displayed remarkable quantities of restraint. And for the risen, there were zero
yeah.
collateral deaths. I honestly think this might be both of those things.
Which is the saddest thing you've said all night.
Oh yeah, goals, drives, inner conflict were essential nature of the crew. Oh,
Jesus.
I mean, this is kind of a mesh cruise. I would think it would be kind of the same
Yeah.
drives as what we have for the Risen, since we have people in both.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Ogre's main thing is, protect people I care about, and it seems like
Mhm.
everybody was trying to help each other out and work together as a team and get
Mhm.
each other out, which was like kind of the overarching thing. Like, I'm going to go secure our way out. I'm going to go help this person, stop this person who's real hard to kill, so they can blurp the guy with the sun gun.
Mm-hmm.
Our way out. It was definitely a plural first person pronoun that Jack was going up on that roof for.
Uh-huh.
It was definitely our.
That's what I heard. I'm pretty sure if you play it back, that's what it said.
Mhm.
Pretty sure if you play it back, Zach actually cut out at that point. But
Oh, really? Yeah.
anyways,
Or no.
we'll never know. That's enough to exactly level the foghounds as well.
I was gonna say, Edgar
Put a note.
kept going back for both Nora and Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Just
making
gonna-
sure.
Yep.
There we go. It's back in everybody's journals, and now I just have to make it such that you can edit it. Nora. Cool. All right. I think that does it for us. Jordan, you wanted to say a thing about...
Yes. We have bits of the dumpsters on the airship.
Okay.
And we're going to wrap them around the dead Batman and put "Just Married" on the back of the ship.
Good. Good. Yep.
Just so the kites all hit each other.
Mm-hmm.
So the banner hangs off the rope that's going back to our bat kite.
Yes.
Nice. I
Yep.
like it.
All right.
I ship it.
Okay. I feel different and physically so, but I think that's going to bring this session to a close.
Please on.
What's up?
Go ahead. Are we streaming next week? Do we want to say that there is a Halloween stream?
I mean, we totally can. We can throw Monster of the Week then.
Okay. Or we could have a very special one-shot thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do a bunch of things, but we should do something for Halloween. My honest suggestion would be Tales from the Loop because I really like that system. But
Yeah.
I'm not.
Seems like a good Halloween system. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good Halloween system, and I think it's not going to be Ottawa 1986. It's going to be something else.
I'm down if
It's going to be Toronto
room
1984.
let me figure out how to play.
Tales from the Loop is very
You
similar
roll
to this,
D6
actually.
to figure out how games work.
Yeah, you roll D6s, you pray for sixes. Everything else on the die is not a success. You
Oh,
just,
good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like tonight then,
Yep.
only
Mhm.
with teenagers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways,
Youths.
Anyways, that does it for us. We will be back on Thursday, knock on wood, for Monster of the Week, if the stars align this time. And then we'll be back next Tuesday with something for Halloween. And it'll be very, very spooky. That does it for me, at least. I'm Andrew Otway. This has been That D&D Podcast. Good night, everybody.
Night, Internet.
Night.